Welcome to Heritage Resorts Golf Channel. You've tuned in first row to one of the most breathtaking golf destinations on the planet. Whether you're an experienced golfer or just golf curious, you've come to the right place. Heritage Resorts Golf Channel brings you hands-on tips from golf professionals on how to play each of Heritage 2 courses, a peek behind the scenes of life at the clubs, personal stories, fun facts, and much more. My name is Mona and I'll be taking you through a few hours of all things golf. But before we dive in, let's set the scene. I want you to know exactly where we are. On the southwest coast in Mauritius, you'll find Bel Ombre, one of the most preserved and naturally stunning parts of the island. This area is so committed to its flora and fauna that it's been recognized by UNESCO under the Man and the Biosphere program. And right here in the heart of it all, Heritage Golf Club. Heritage Resorts and Golf offers two spectacular golf courses that are nothing short of breathtaking and deserve a spot on your bucket list. It's a favorite among champions like Louis Oosthuizen, Marcel Siem, Nicolas Colsaerts, Henny Zuel, and many more. We'll be diving deep into the two standout courses, La Réserve Golf Links, which is the first and only link-style course in the Indian Ocean, with ocean views from every hole, and Le Château Golf Course, a timeless classic that has earned the title of Indian Ocean's best golf course year after year. Stick around, explore the courses with us, and discover what makes Heritage Golf Club truly unforgettable. So, let's start off strong. Let me introduce someone who will be with us throughout this golf channel, Lewis Wallace, PGA golf professional and Heritage Resorts' very own ambassador.
Hey, I'm PGA golf professional Lewis Wallace and proud ambassador of Heritage Resorts. In the next few videos, you're going to discover simple golf tips that are going to allow you to improve every aspect of your golf game. And we're also going to show you how to best play our two award-winning golf courses, Héritage Le Château and La Réserve Golf Links. Welcome to La Réserve Golf Links, pure golfing drama. This is the first contemporary golf links in the Indian Ocean, co-designed by award-winning architect Peter Matkovich and Open champion Louis Oosthuizen. We opened our course in December of 2023 and hosted the DP World Tour event, the Fraser Bank Mauritius Open. Before you go out and play, here are 3 key pointers that will allow you to play your best round at La Réserve Golf Links. Number 1, this golf course favors precision over power. Learning how to keep the ball in play by setting yourself up on the right side of the tee box and aligning yourself on the right side of the hole is key here. Number 2, controlling the ball flight. You'll often find yourself with the wind blowing left to right. So understanding on which hole you can learn how to curve the golf ball and on which holes you want to let the wind be your ally. Number 3, understanding that course management is so key, so important on this golf course. It's a thinking golf course. You have to learn how to think your way throughout the golf course. And if you can do those 3 things, La Réserve Golf Links will reward you and you'll leave the golf course with a great smile on your face. A couple of things that we're really proud of at La Réserve Golf Links is the fact that we're the first golf course in the Indian Ocean to have received a GEO certification award as early as the conception stage. And in our very first 12 months of opening, we received the award for Best New Golf Course from the World Golf Awards.
Standing on the first tee, it's a tough tee shot. I mean, there's out of bounds, I guess, on the left. There's a bunker on the left. And you don't want to miss it on the right because everything slopes to the right. And it's most of the time the wind is in off the left. So it's, for me as a fader, such a tough tee shot already. So it's amazing. I love that kind of test. The infinity greens you have on this golf course I've never seen anywhere before, to be honest. You walk over the fairway, you look on the green and you see the ocean right behind. So this is very dramatic and special because I've never seen that before. Gotta play proper golf. You just can't go out there and unload the driver. You know, you have to play strategic golf, and it's gotta be a great test.
Did you know that golfers are allowed 14 clubs in their bag, a rule that's been in place since 1938?
So before you round a golf, it's really important that you warm up your body and your golf swing the right way. In this video, I'm going to show you my 3 go-to drills that you need to do in order to get your game ready when you get to the first tee. So for this first exercise, I'm actually going to be using a light resistance band. Now, if you don't have one in your golf bag, no worries, you can do the same exercise without it. I just like to use it because it creates more feel in my body and in my golf swing. Now, I'm going to take my golfing posture, place the elastic band against my chest, extend my arms, and make a full backswing, making sure that my right hand is pointing towards the sky and my left hand is pointing towards the ground. This is why I like the elastic band, because it creates a little bit of resistance. From there, I'm going to go back to square, and then I'm going to make sure that my follow through matches the same plane that I created in the backswing. So down the line, it looks something like this. Backswing, square, follow through. You're going to do 10 repetitions for that first exercise. So for the following exercise, you're going to place a golf club right behind your back, just above your belt, placing your arms on the outside of that golf club. From there, you're going to fix a target right in front of you and start creating some 90-degree body rotations going back, making sure that you're using your feet and your lower body to free up any unwanted tension in your body. Now, I go back to neutral, and I do the same thing on the follow through, making sure that I'm always maintaining eye contact with the target in front of me with my eyes. So I'm just going back and through. That's 1 repetition, and we're going to do 10 total. So you're just going to go 1, 2, you go up to 10 before you move on to the next exercise. So for this exercise, we're actually going to be working on balance. Balance is so important if you want to create more consistent ball striking. So you're going to place the ball opposite the lead foot and lift your trail foot off the ground. From there, you're going to try and just maintain balance for a few seconds. Take the golf club in both hands, and you're just going to do some half swings, making sure that as you're going back and going through, you're maintaining balance at all times. Once you've done your follow through, try and maintain your balance until the ball lands on the ground, or 3 to 4 seconds, even better. Once you've done 5 balls on the lead foot, then you can change and go to your trail foot. So ball opposite the trail foot, lift the lead foot off the ground. Same thing, half swings, maintaining balance at all times. I'm not trying to hit hard, not trying to swing fast, just trying to maintain balance at all times. Do these 3 golf drills next time you're going to warm up at Heritage Golf Club, and I guarantee you they will help you lower your scores next time you go out on the course.
We are here at the second at La Réserve Golf Links. Now, this is the #1 stroke index hole on the golf course, and it is a challenging visual hole off the tee. I'll give it that. Now, a tip that I would give you, especially if you're playing this golf course for the first couple times, is play a tee deck that's a little bit shorter than what you would normally play. Okay, if you want to be able to have the best experience possible and really soak this place up, you want to be in play, in the fairway, and maneuvering the slopes that this terrain has to offer. So I'm choosing to play the yellow tees. Now this really is, I think it's 6,300 yards, so it's quite short for what I would typically play, but it allows me to put the iron in play off the tee a little bit more frequently, so I don't have to hit as many drivers. Another thing that you can do is on the tighter holes, you can play a tee deck forward, and on the holes that play a little bit more open, you can play a tee deck back, almost like a hybrid tee. So I'm going to give my 3-iron a go off this hole. Tight visually, my goal is to be able to hit my 3-iron up the right center. It slopes from both sides, really. It's kind of a half pipe in its shape. So if I hit it up the right, it's going to move towards the center. Up the left, it's going to move back to the right towards the center. So either way, hopefully I've got an approach shot from the fairway.
La Réserve Golf Links officially opened in December 2023 as the Indian Ocean's first and only contemporary links course. Let's enjoy a little throwback to the inauguration, an extraordinary evening that marked not just a milestone, but a moment of immense pride and celebration.
I've been traveling the world for the last 20 years and I've seen some amazing places, but I can confidently say that this golf course is the most spectacular golf course I've ever played in my life. It is truly the definition of skill meets scenic views.
We are delighted to be celebrating today this new milestone within the Heritage Resorts brand. A new, outstanding addition to our collection, the launch of La Réserve Golf Links.
So on hole number 3 here at La Réserve Golf Links at Heritage Golf Club, this is one of our signature holes with the infinity green overlooking the Indian Ocean. It's absolutely stunning. However, this is one of those holes where you have to make a great decision off the tee. Too often we'll see golfers set themselves up in the middle of the tee box and aim right in the middle of the fairway, sometimes being too aggressive and actually aligning themselves too much on the right side of the hole. The problem is on this hole is that the green is inviting you to be a lot more aggressive than you should be, but you don't necessarily see all the bunkers that are waiting for you if you make the slightest mistake. So what I'd like you to do is actually set yourself up on the right side of the tee box, aim down the left-hand side where those rocks are, and then just let the natural left to right wind blow the ball back towards the middle of the fairway. That's going to give you the best opportunity to avoid all the danger down the right-hand side, position yourself for a second great golf shot, and hopefully make a birdie or par. Here we go. And that's how you hit your tee shot on hole number 3 at La Réserve Golf Links.
Hi, I'm Henny Zuel. I am a professional golfer. I played on the Ladies European Tour for 7 years, and then I retired, and now I'm a broadcaster for Sky Sports. I have a very special connection with Mauritius because my mum is Mauritian, my family still live here, my grandparents are in Rosehill, and so I've been coming to the island every year since I was 3 years old. It genuinely feels like coming home for me, and I love having all of the snacks and the street food like gâteau piment and dal puri. It's where I make a beeline for when I get here. And I also make a beeline for Heritage Resorts because I have made so many incredible family memories here. And it's been the most special place for me. This is the place that I come to when I feel like broadcasting and the majors and tournaments and the season has gotten really crazy or is about to get really crazy, and I just need a minute to get away, ground myself and remember who I am and spend some time with my family and in nature.
Peter Matkovich, a former pro golfer turned world-renowned golf course designer. He's shaped some of the most stunning golf courses in Africa and is known for his nature-first approach. In Mauritius, Matkovich has designed 2 golf courses, Le Château Golf Course and La Réserve Golf Links. We sat down with Peter Matkovich to learn more about what it takes to bring a vision to life and to do so responsibly. Take a look.
Well, La Réserve was obviously a big challenge because we started at the top of the mountain. We had a 200-meter drop down to where they wanted the clubhouse. So we decided, now this is where I say listen to the land. We decided to play from the top all the way down to the bottom. That's unique. It's probably only been done once, maybe twice elsewhere in the world. So that was listening to the land, and it's worked well. The people have enjoyed it. Yeah, we decided right at the beginning we wanted this to be an environmental friendly golf course. Bear in mind that this was sugarcane. There were no trees. It was flat, gentle, rolling land. The most important thing you need is water. Now, water's always a big issue. You can't just throw water and let it waste away. So we have a world-class irrigation system. We capture the water, it gets fed back into the dam that we irrigate from. So that conservation of the water was a big issue here. Secondly, the type of grasses you use. We've used indigenous grasses that belong to this island. We haven't imported other grasses, and it was a sugarcane ground. That's what made us go to a links type golf courses. So we don't have trees or anything, but The rest we have worked hard to work with the environment. Yeah, when we started here, we were asked by Ryan Dodds, who was our project manager, that he wanted a links course. Now, here we are on rolling land, sugarcane land, and he wants a link course which is shaped in many dunes and up and down. So our shapers had a huge challenge ahead of them. Every mound you see on this golf course, every shape you see was man-made. And when I look back and I look at it now, I just think of our shapers and our team that put this together. And especially when you think we gathered people that don't even know what a golf course was. And today those people are world-class golf shapers. I'm very proud of, not for one hole, not for one feature. A golf course is 18 holes, for goodness sake. You're here to play 18 holes and enjoy it. So I'm proud of the whole golf course, how it fits together. Yeah, you know, when we start a golf course, we decide on what type and how the golf course should play. Brief here was they wanted a links course that was challenging. And that's what we created here, a golf course for the private members, and it is challenging. It has been quite tough the first time they play. Any golf course, the first time you play it is difficult, and this has proved the case here. Yeah, I first came to Mauritius probably 30 years ago. Incredibly, I fell in love with Mauritius. Immediately I got here. The people have been an inspiration to me. The way they have served and been so kind and thing. That was a big thing for me. And we built our first golf course is now 20 years old this year. But most of all for me was when I came here, golf wasn't a tourist attraction in Mauritius. There were one or two golf courses, but golf tourists was a nut in the island, and seeing it grow has been the greatest joy I've had. I really appreciate that, but I must make one thing very clear here. It's not about me. I do some drawings, I do some shouting and changes. It's the people who put it in the ground. And over the years, we've developed a world-class team here in Mauritius, using local people as well. So they're the people that should be sitting here. They're the people that should be getting this award. And I have passed that on to them. And I'm just so proud of them.
We're up here on the first tee at La Réserve Golf Links. It's quite elevated, and the wind, as you can probably hear, is blustering across us. It's how we start our day, so we want to start it well. My top tip is to tee it down, all the way down. So usually we would choose a larger tee and the ball would be half a ball above the driver club head. Well, for this one, do away with that. And we're going to use the shorter tee and make sure that the whole golf ball is below the driver head. This will produce a little bit of a fade, so we can confidently aim at that bunker at the left-hand side. All of the golf ball is below the driver head. We just take our normal stance and setup and swing away. There we go. Happy golfing.
Nicolas Colsaerts is a Ryder Cup legend, one of Europe's most exciting players and, of course, a Heritage Resorts ambassador. He sat down with us to share his thoughts about how to stay cool during pressure, 2 of his favorite holes at La Réserve Golf Links, and his most memorable golf moment. Let's watch it.
Hello, my name is Nicolas Colsaerts. I'm from Belgium. I've been a golf touring professional for about 30 years, and I'm a proud ambassador for Heritage Resorts. So my advice for a golfer to hit the ball longer. Number one, I would get properly fitted. You still see a lot of people with equipment that is not exactly custom made for them. Sometimes shafts too heavy or shaft too stiff. And then number two is technical. The reason that us professional, we hit the ball really far is because we hit the ball fully. We don't slice the ball. If you stand on a range at a professional event, you see the guys hitting ball very straight or with minimal side spin. And when you stand on a driving range, when you see amateurs, you see a lot of slicing, which adds spin to the ball and therefore makes the amateurs hit the ball shorter than we do. But who would I play golf with, dead or alive? Let's stick to alive people and let's stick to what I know best. My number one would be Michael Jordan. I've already played golf with him once and it was 4 hours of pure delight, of example of competitiveness. My number two would be, well, dead this one actually, Ayrton Senna. I grew up in that era of Formula One and he was an icon then and still an icon now. Number four, let's go with Roger Federer, who's just started to play golf, and I imagine he would have certain athletic abilities. Well, it's a very good question because when you get to the top of the game like we do, the differences is basically what happens between your ears. You know, you play 72-hole tournaments. It's about 5 hours a day on the course. You play 72 holes. A lot can go right, but a lot can go wrong. So you just have to play shot by shot. You have to believe in your abilities and have a lot of self-belief. Well, I think that you have to spend a lot of hours. Unfortunately, it's a really hard sport. Every day is different. Every day you show up at the golf course a different person, basically, regardless of how you slept, what your mood is like, and of course the different types of courses. So you constantly have to adapt yourself to not only the course but the element and how you feel on that day. So I think that's what makes golf stand apart from any other sport. Well, my most memorable experience in golf has to be the Ryder Cup. It's a very unique event. Played between the US and Europe every 2 years. There's only 12 players each side every 2 years, so it's a really small club. So extremely proud to have been part of it, extremely proud to have played extremely well in it, and extremely proud to have played an edition in 2012 in Medina that is still very fresh in people's memory. When you ask the guys that have played multiple Ryder Cups if there is one to be a part of, it's definitely the 2012 one in Medina. We are here at the 18th hole at La Réserve Golf Club, one of my personal favorites, for a couple of different reasons. Number one, the strategy. So first, it's a wide fairway. You're going to try to hit it at the top of the plateau over there, and from there you're going to have a couple of choices to make. Number one, trying to go for the green in two, which is going to be really hard in this prevailing wind off the left. But they've made a clever thing in the design here by opening up the left-hand side of the green, so it allows you to bring that ball with the wind from the left-hand side. But then the trouble doesn't stop there, because you have to avoid that ravine that is going down throughout the length of the layup area. So once you've done that, you can go for the green probably a bit more peacefully. But then when you get to the green, that's where the trouble starts. With a lot of undulation, you can see behind me clearly. And on the other side there, on the right-hand side of the green, there's a wasteland bunker that is also to avoid it because it sits a long way behind the green or underneath the green. And then if you ask me, I think the most difficult part of this hole is that you're playing in front of your friends that are just waiting there under the porch in the Clubhouse de la Réserve, looking if you don't make a mess of it. Hole number 5 at La Réserve Golf Club. Believe me, the first time you're going to get to this hole, you'll remember it for the rest of your life. Why? Just look behind me. Amazing views of the lagoon and the Indian Ocean. But that's not it. You've got a beautiful par 5 to play with a drop that's about probably 30 to 40 meters. So the long hitters will try to carry these bunkers on the left-hand side, and their ball will probably stay in the air to about 8 or 9 seconds, which is a lot. Mere mortals will probably go down the right-hand side, which is the safer route, and just go along with their life peacefully. Long hitters then, after carrying those 2 bunkers, will go and have a knack at the green for 2, but be careful of that wasteland area bunker on the right-hand side with these long grass. You don't want to find them, trust me. I've been in there, you don't want to. The green sits just in front of this beautiful lake as well. But as I said, the thing about this hole is the amazing and breathtaking views.
Did you know that the game of golf can help you live longer? Studies have shown that on average, golfers can live up to 5 years more.
Well, I was quite excited to come here and play La Réserve. I've heard so much about it, and it is amazing, as you can see behind me. A really fun course, a tough course, but fair. There's some easy holes, there's some tough holes. Played it once in really tough wind and once with a little less wind, so I've experienced it. I think the very best with La Réserve is that you can play links golf in the warm weather, in the sun. You don't have to go to Scotland where it's all cold and you know, you have to play with sweaters. Here you can play links golf with just a t-shirt on. So that's the best thing. And the clubhouse, the atmosphere up here at the links, and of course the views. The views are amazing, absolutely amazing. You have to come here to experience it. Le Château is such a nice golf course. I think it's the perfect resort course. It's fun to play, it's not too easy, it's not too hard. Good condition of the course, just an overall good experience, I think, and everyone can play there. It's a course that suits the good golfer and the beginner maybe, and everyone in between.
So we're here at the 4th at La Réserve Golf Links, and one of the keys to playing this golf course well is understanding the wind. Now, we got a par 3 here, 140 yards from the white tees, downhill just a fraction, that green's perched on this cliffside, magnificent. Now, the yardage would tell me that I need to use my pitching wedge. But if I factor in the predominant wind, which is heavily into my face right now, I'm going to choose a lesser lofted golf club because I don't want my ball spinning up and missing short. I'm actually going to go with an 8-iron. And I can hit an 8-iron 165 yards. So to manage this, my thought process is just swinging easy. If I take away a little bit of speed and swing smooth, the 8-iron in its stronger loft is going to lower the ball flight, and my reduced club head speed is going to make sure that this ball stays low, the wind can't beat it up. It's going to be a lot easier to find the surface. Okay, so let's give this a go.
Being a great golfer isn't just about the hours spent on the course. It's also how you take care of your body. Let's join Lewis Wallace as he shows us how to strengthen our game at the gym and how to recover effectively so that we can play our best every time.
So if you want to hit the ball further, it's really important to understand that we need to strengthen the lower part of the body. Creating more power and more club head speed comes from better balance and better stability. So I'm going to show you 3 exercises that I personally do every single week that allow me to gain 30 yards of extra distance with my driver off the tee. So the very first exercise is called a Bulgarian split squat. Now you might have noticed I've taken my shoes off for this exercise, and the reason is simple. Whenever I'm working on low body exercises, I prefer to take my shoes off to feel the ground more. It also allows me to strengthen my feet and my ankles, and it also improves mobility. So Bulgarian split squat. I'll just start off by placing my 2 feet together. From there, I'm going to take 1 step forward, and I'm going to take my back foot and place it on the bench. Now from there, all I'm going to try and do is keep my posture, meaning that I'm going to keep my back straight, my chin high, my chest high. I'm going to take my leading knee and I'm going to place it just above the middle of my left foot as my trail knee is working its way towards the bench. Now, you can make this exercise easier or harder. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can count to 4 as you're working your way down towards the ground. So you just go 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can hold that position for 1 and 2 seconds. And then boom, go back up for 1 second. You can also add some weight on each side. Once you've done 8 to 10 repetitions, change position. So you take the right foot, replace it, left foot behind on the bench. And then from there, just do the same thing. 8 to 10 repetitions, going all the way down. I've placed a mat here so that when the knee gets in contact with the mat, I know that I've gone all the way down, and then boom, go all the way back up. That's 1 repetition. 8 to 10 repetitions on each side, and then you can move on to the second exercise. So for this next exercise, I'm actually going to be using what we call a Bosu ball. This is a fantastic training aid that we have at the Telfair gym. I'm going to place my left foot right in the middle of the Bosu ball. And the first goal is just to try and maintain balance for 3 to 5 seconds, just getting familiar with this fantastic training aid. From there, I can then spread my arms just as if they were the wings to my plane, create a bit of flexion in my leg, and then I'm going to create a backswing motion, getting my left hand pointing towards the ground and my right hand pointing towards the sky. Trying to maintain balance with rotation is an unbelievable way to create power off the tee. I try to hold that position for 2 to 3 seconds, come back to center, and then I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the other side, following through, maintaining the balance. 2 to 3 seconds. It's very challenging. Boom. That's 1 repetition. You can then put your foot on the ground, start again, do that for 6 repetitions, then put the Bosu ball to the side, and we're going to do the same thing without it. So left foot on the ground, right foot slightly up, then from there spread the wings and do exactly the same thing. And you'll notice how easier it is without the Bosu ball, because the more difficult and challenging you make this exercise with the Bosu ball, the easier your balance will become when you get on the golf course, allowing you to create more power, more speed, more distance off the tee. So this exercise is called downswing rotations, and I absolutely love it because it mimics real golf swing movements. I'm simply going to put myself in a golfing posture, extend my arms and grab the rope right behind me. Now from there, I'm going to initiate the downswing movement with the lower part of the body, imagining the ball right in front of me and getting myself in an impact position. Now notice that when I'm doing that, I'm extending my left leg. I'm a right-handed golfer, so my left leg and my lead side are fully extended, creating fantastic ground force reactions. This feeling of almost jumping off the ground is what's going to help you create more club head speed and more power off the tee. Now, if you want to make this exercise a little bit more challenging, you can simply add a bit more weight. I've gone heavy there. And now engage the core at the same time. You're going to feel the core working a lot more in the downswing, getting yourself into that imaginary impact position, fully extending the lead side. And even on the backswing, you can resist a little bit by engaging the core and then initiating the downswing with the low body there. Really don't feel like you're pulling the rope with the hands and the arms, but really feeling the low body engaging that rope. Do that, 30 yards off the tee, easy. So once you've enjoyed a round at one of our 2 championship golf courses, it's really important to understand how to recover the right way. And this is where the 7-color spa has everything you need in order for you to get mentally and physically ready for your next round. I'm going to run you through my 4-step recovery ritual that's going to allow you to feel your best to play your best. Step 1. After a long day on the course, I always start with a sauna or hammam session. It's the ideal way to relax my muscles and let the heat work out any tightness in my body. Plus, it's a great way to mentally unwind after focusing so much on the course. Step 2, I take a quick cold shower or cold plunge. It might feel intense at first, but it really helps reduce inflammation and refreshes my body after the heat of the sauna. Step 3. The golf massage at the 7-color spa is my favorite part of the ritual. It's specifically designed for golfers and athletes and targets the muscles deeply. Here, we focus on shoulders, back, and legs, all the areas that can feel sore after a round of golf. Step 4. Recovery isn't just about the body, it's about the mind too. I like to end with some light meditation and a cup of freshly made ginger tea. It really helps improve my mental clarity and reduces inflammation. So there you have it. I invite you to explore the 7-color spa during your stay. Treat yourself, because a relaxed golfer is a better golfer. Give it a try. I promise you, your body and your scorecard will thank you later.
Did you know that the golf ball travels further in warm weather? The air is less dense, allowing for greater distance, which means that playing golf in Mauritius is sure to make you feel good.
Bonjour, I'm Antoine Rosner. I just spent a week here with my friends and family. We just had an amazing time. I'm also getting ready for my upcoming tournaments, and let me tell you, it's a fantastic golf destination. You have 2 championship golf courses right next to each other, La Réserve et le Château. The practice facilities are amazing, and for me, for my trainings, it's fantastic. It's also a very good time for me to get relaxed and recharged and use the pool, the spa, the beach. I can't wait to see you here at Heritage Resorts.
So on hole number 5 here of La Réserve Golf Links at Heritage Golf Club, pleasure to be joined by Antoine Rosner. Antoine, what a beautiful view we have here.
Stunning hole. I think this is my favorite hole on this course. It's you can see the whole course. Basically, you have almost a 180-degree view on the ocean. It's stunning.
Yeah, I mean, I asked you before we did this video, I said, Antoine, we're going to be doing content on La Réserve Golf Links. Which hole would you like to do? And straight away you went, Lewis, hole number 5, that par 5 downhill. It's just an absolute stunning hole. You've got the views, and you also got a lot of course management here that we're going to go through. Because as we discussed, it's a challenging golf course for a lot of golfers. And I think that where a lot of people get it wrong is how to actually play the hole. And there's different ways of doing it, isn't there?
There's many different ways to play this hole. So if we get into strategy here, we've got 3 options off the tee.
Yeah.
The difficulty here is the downslope. So I just, with the help of my laser, it's telling us we have 35 meters of downhill.
Yeah.
So what does this mean? Basically, you're gonna hit it 35 meters further. So the 3 different shots here, you have short right, option number 1. Option number 2 is over the first 2 traps that are in the middle of the fairway. It's about 245 meters to carry, so it will be playing 210 meters with the downhill.
Right.
And option 3 for the longer hitter, but it's a risky one, is to go all the way down there over the little trap that it's on the fairway.
Yes.
But it's a long carry, it's about 270 meters to carry. So yeah, so we've got 3 different options here, and basically your goal here is to decide whatever you want to do.
Which one?
Yeah.
So I love that. There's always 3 options. I mean, so many times we fall into the trap of getting onto the tee box and just straight away, without even thinking, driver, you know, and we're seeing it as well. I think it's always visually very impressive when you get to this height and you see this whole layout in front of you, and you just go, oh my, this hole looks so long. I'm just going to take a drive and try to hit it as far as I possibly can without thinking, oh wait a second. If I try to hit it far and my ball lands in those 2 bunkers there, it's very difficult to try and make par from there, isn't it?
Exactly.
So the idea is to position yourself strategically so the second shot becomes easier to then try and make a birdie, par at the most, right? Yeah. So what option are you going to go for?
Yeah, this is a very difficult hole to decide whatever you want to do. You've got a short right option here. Basically, I think it's for the shorter hitter. You've got a second option where you're going to try to carry the first 2 bunkers on the fairway, but you need a carry about, so it's actually playing 245 meters, but with the downhole it's 210 meters. And then you've got option number 3, it's for the longer guys, it's the riskiest option, but you can hit driver down there there's a tiny bunker, you can hit it, try to carry over there. My favorite option is option number 2 here. I've got a good club to carry those 2 front bunkers. I think that's the option that's giving me the most room to work with on the fairway. And I still have a chance to get to the green in 2. So to me, that's probably the ideal option here.
We're here in the bunker. I'm going to help you with what on earth to do when you're challenged with a ball up close to one of these gorgeous revetted faces. They're a beautiful feature, but actually very treacherous. So the thing to do here, usually if you're in the middle of the bunker, we want to have a nice full follow through, chest to the hole. But if you're up against it here, well, first things first, we're going to have our stance, the ball a little further back. Usually it's on the left heel, we're going to move it back a little bit, more towards the middle of the stance. So we're still going to keep our weight 70% on the left side, the club face is still going to be open, and we're still going to take a nice full backswing. The only difference is we're going to try and stop as quickly as we can as the club gets down into the back of the ball. Okay, we're going to stop as quickly as we can. There we go. I hope this doesn't happen to you, but now you have the tools if it does.
Did you know that at Heritage, wild deer and peacocks are sometimes seen crossing the fairways at dawn? Your early tea time might come with a safari.
Okay, so I'm here with Mona. Hey Mona.
Hi.
We just played 18 holes at La Réserve Golf Links. Quite a challenging golf course, isn't it? So we had lunch on the clubhouse so that we can see in the background here, and now we decide let's go have some fun. We decide we're going to play a 3-hole match. 1 putt each, 1 ball each, closest to the pin gets 1 point. Whoever gets the most points pays for drinks at the clubhouse afterwards. You down?
Let's go.
Let's do it. First hole of the match. Mona, I see you're already practicing. We're going to start with a fairly easy one, all right? 10-meter putt, left to right. It might break right to left at the end. That's the thing about this golf putting green, all right? Quite tough to read. So you go first. Whoever's closest to the pin gets 1 point, 3 points total in the match. That is actually very nice, Mona. Oh no, you're making it difficult. On the very first hole, you're making it difficult for me. All right, so it's slightly left to right, and then it comes back right to left at the end. I've got to try and get my ball inside yours. That might be too hard. Get in. Oh!
That's close.
Who gets the point there, Mona?
Let's see. I don't like to say this, but it's you.
So I think I get the first point on this first hole. Let's go to the second one.
Congrats.
Okay, hole number 2, we've got a slide downhill, about 6-meter putt. Quite difficult here, you got to control the speed. Mona, I'll let you go first on this one.
Thank you.
Slightly left to right. That looks good. That looks very good. No way. What? Mona, I feel like you've practiced here before.
I might have.
Oh, it's not bad. Look how he's coming back. Mona, who's won that? Oh, really? Okay. Let's wait for the third one. Mona, this is the third hole. This is an important one. What's the score?
1-1.
We got bragging rights. We got drinks as well to play for. This is an important putt.
A lot at stake.
All right, you go ahead. We're gonna go for a very difficult one. This is about 15 meters, big left to right. This is a crazy putt. This is typical links golf. Mona, no, don't do this to me. Mona, do not do this to me, no. I'm not liking this, Mona. I'm not liking this. Yeah, I need it. It's too hard. No. No. Mona. Why?
It was great. Thank you.
So on hole number 7 here at La Réserve Golf Links at Heritage Golf Club, this hole is absolutely stunning. Bit scary.
Bit scary, yes.
It can be a bit of a challenging hole for a lot of us because we get on this tee box and the first thing that we notice, well, first of all, is the incredible view, but just this big water hazard that's kind of waiting for us, right?
There's water everywhere, so it's scary, and the difficulty here is definitely to leave the ball on the green is a big challenge.
So what's your thinking here when you get onto this speed? Because I see you have 2 clubs.
Exactly, yeah. So it's a difficult shot because there's a lot of wind.
Yes.
There's a lot of wind. Almost every day it's going to be straight into us. So the difficulty is to have the right distance. We've got 140 meters here. And basically I'm riding between clubs. I'm riding between 8-iron and 7-iron. So it's kind of difficult, but rule number one against the wind, keep it low.
Yeah.
And basically the right way for me to do it right now is to take the higher club. So I'm gonna be using a 7-iron for sure. Maybe swing it a little bit easier, a little bit smoother, but it's gonna have to stay low.
I'm remembering a conversation we had a year ago when, you know, we mentioned the fact that Antoine gets to play with amateur golfers every single week in pro-ams. And I was telling you, what are the kind of mistakes that you see? And you were saying, well, a lot of players always finish shorter than they actually think. They said
exactly,
often under club.
Yeah.
And in a situation like this one, this is where this conversation is coming back to mind now. There's wind against, you have water waiting for you if you're a little bit short. So the idea is also not just thinking about the flag, but let's forget the flag for a moment and just let's separate the greens into actually 4 different areas, 4 different zones. So if I like to kind of cut the green in half, vertically and horizontally, and then just go, okay, what's the part of the green that's going to allow me to get the ball, you know, on the surface, and then just allow me to not make a mistake of getting the ball in the water hazard, and then all of a sudden playing your 3rd shot from here where you still have to get it over the water, and now all of a sudden you're starting to have a lot more stress in you, which is going to also create some mistakes, right?
For sure. Yeah, you as you say, you're right. You want to find the spot where you've got the most room. Here, it's a tough shot. You're going to be aiming middle of the green, I think, no matter where the pin is. Today the pin is tucked on the right side, but I'm still going to be aiming middle of the green. I've got going to be hitting a 7-iron. It's going to be a tough shot. So no unnecessary risk. Put the ball on the green, try to make a par, and move on.
I love it. All right, let's see it.
Lewis, you can hold this. So 140 meters with the wind into, I'm going to try to be hitting 150 meters. My 7-iron, I need a smoother shot for this. And yeah, hopefully leave it on the green.
Would you give the advice of hitting an extra club and swinging smooth as opposed to trying to hit harder?
For sure. If I were to be hitting the 8-iron, I would have to hit it way too hard. The ball is going to go up, and I'm going to leave it short for sure. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Smooth swing.
Nice shot. And that's just right in the center of the green, not taking
off the green. Exactly.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Back edge.
It's fine. But that's what we're going for, right? I mean,
Exactly.
on this hole, rule number 1 is avoid unnecessary mistakes. Maybe go for an extra club. Think about the area on the green that you need to get to in order to save par, or maybe even make a birdie. But what we don't want you to do is fall into the trap of underclubbing and then, you know, getting this water in risk. If you're taking the right club, the water actually shouldn't even be in play, right?
No, exactly. If you hit a good strike with the right club, there is no chance you'll be in the water.
Antoine, you just hit a fantastic tee shot, hole number 7 here, La Réserve Golf Links. You found the middle of the green. That's what we wanted. Avoid unnecessary risks, making sure that the ball's on the putting surface. But the job's not finished.
Job's not done, and I think almost the most difficult part is still to come.
Yeah, and La Réserve Golf Links has got a few surprises on the greens, right? I mean, when you get to the green and you're thinking, oh, wait a second, this is actually quite a challenging putt. And a lot of the times golfers will ask us, Antoine, what's the green reading process? How do you read a green properly to make sure that we, you know, first of all, avoid free putts?
Yeah.
And it can quickly happen on this type of putt.
It can easily happen for sure. We've got about a 10-meter spot, and we've got a big ridge in front of us. So I'm not sure you can really clearly see it on the camera, but basically right around here, there's a big ridge. It's uphill and then straight downhill, but it's also a big left to right putt. So basically, I know I'm gonna be aiming to the left, but the question is how far left. And if I come here, this is, in my opinion, I think this is approximately where the ball is gonna come. And from here, it looks like a straight putt to the hole. So basically, okay, good start of the reading process, approximate point here. And if I come behind the hole, I know the ball is going to be coming from there, so I'm going to stand on that line here. I'm not standing.
So this is the break line here.
Yeah, the break line is there.
I'm just going to stand here so people can see it.
So I don't want to stand on the line with the ball. There is no point because the ball is actually coming from there. So okay, I'm confirming the fact that it's going to be pretty straight from there. So my goal now is to actually putt it somewhere in that break point. and the ball is just going to roll straight to the hole after that.
A few key points here, absolutely love it. First of all, notice that Antoine did a 360-degree turn around from the ball, going left, behind, and then he came all the way around. So many times we'll fall into the trap of actually just getting behind the ball, kind of looking at the line, okay, I've got an idea, and then we just set up and we just start putting without actually taking into consideration all the different factors that Antoine mentioned. You're coming on the high side, right?
Yes,
so the putt is breaking
exactly.
here. So you're choosing the spot where you want to putt to then when it breaks towards the hole. So this is the point. You called it before the video we started, the gateway.
Yeah.
Almost like a door, like a pathway. So you're putting through your gateway and then it's going to start falling here. Second, I just really want to emphasize on this strong point that Antoine mentioned. We don't hear this enough. For a lot of golfers that we see come behind the ball, they'll be looking at the ball and the line here and they'll be just going, okay, I see it approximately. No. I love what Antoine just did there. He actually went, no, that's not my line. This is my new line here. So it's almost like it's almost two putts when you think about it. You're putting this way and then it's coming down this way. So that's my gateway here. So now I'm looking, if I look at it this way, now Antoine's got a clear view of what's going to happen when the ball comes down this way. How is he going to react when he gets closer to the hole, right?
Yeah, you're right. Now the big difficulty is going to be the pace, because again, as I said, it's uphill and then it's a strong downhill putt. So yeah, have a good read.
What does your routine look like when you're now thinking you've got the line, now you're thinking about speed? What does your routine look like?
Well, the easiest way to see the undulation on the green is to go on the side. So that would be included in my 360 degrees reading process. But if I stand here, it's clear that it's uphill and then downhill. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of feel, because it's not a exact science on this putt. It's a very difficult putt, but I'm going to try to give it my best roll and hopefully make a 2-putt.
Nice.
So I've got my path there, really aiming there. I'm aiming 7 meters left of this hole, just so you have an idea.
And to make it clear, your focus is now going to be over there.
Yeah,
We're not looking at the hole anymore,
exactly.
Right? You see how Antoine is continually looking to his gateway. 7 meters left of the hole. His focus is going to be there. Nice gateway there. It's going to come back nicely. It's a tough putt, Antoine, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a tough putt, but you know what? I mean, I've got 1.5 meters for par. It was a tough putt. I aimed a little bit too far left, but good speed. I think we've done a good job to read this putt, to be honest.
Do you give yourself, as we're walking towards your second putt here, we know that statistically, when you get inside 3 feet, 5 feet, statistics are very good, right? You know that at that distance you feel very confident that you have the ability to hold
It's okay. I wished I would have been a little bit closer, of course.
But does that play in mind when you're putting over here on a very long, difficult putt? Does your target widen, knowing that inside 3 feet you're going to make it 99% of the time?
You hope so, at least.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. A little bit right to left. Again, aiming the line on the ball. That's it.
Love it.
Good par.
That's how you make an easy par on a difficult hole.
Easy, I'm not sure, but a good par.
Did you know that golf is the only sport to have been played on the moon? Astronaut Alan Shepard hit 2 balls while on the Apollo 14 mission in 1971.
Hello, my name is Nicolas Colsaerts. I'm from Belgium. I've been a golf touring professional for about 30 years, and I'm a proud ambassador for Heritage Resorts. It's the prime golfing destination in Mauritius, an island in the Indian Ocean. They have 2 amazing golf courses. The one behind me is La Reserve, which is a golf course designed by Peter Matkovich in partnership with Louis Oosthuizen, the Open champion in St Andrews, for the one that remember. And further down the valley, you have the golf course of Le Château, which is a very different golf course. Here you have scenic views. Down there, you're going in between the sugar canes and smaller valleys. A resort that I enjoy coming with my family to enjoy the different hotels that the resort has to offer, whether it's the Telfer or the Awali. An amazing beach, an amazing lagoon, loads of activities to do with the natural reserves at the back where you can go and have a look as well. So I can't possibly think that it's a place where you're not going to find happiness in whatever hobbies you have, whatever it's water sports, whatever it's nature, and of course my personal favorite, which is golf.
For many, sustainability and golf don't seem like an obvious pair, but at Heritage Golf Club they go hand in hand. We met Alexandre Piat and Jeremy Mamet to learn more about the daily practices in place to ensure that the land is respected, resources are used wisely, and that the game remains in perfect harmony with nature.
La Réserve Golf Links is geo-certified, means that we meet international standards for sustainable golf course practices. It covers biodiversity, water use, social community, even carbon footprint. This certification recognizes our commitments to balance golf with environmental responsibility.
So whilst we do use a lot of water on golf courses, our water comes from ponds that are filled by irrigation water from different streams and rivers that are on the course. So we direct towards our ponds and we reuse that same water for irrigation purposes. We also have water treatment plants on our buildings, which we also use for irrigating the grounds around the clubhouse. So with our state-of-the-art irrigation system, we also have handheld devices which enable us to actually irrigate whilst we're on the site. So we can see exactly what we're doing, where the problems are, and make sure that we're not overwatering in areas where water is not required. Obviously for the maintenance of golf courses, pesticides and fertilizers are required for day-to-day practices. So what we tend to do now is reduce the inputs of synthetics or do a combined synthetic product with a biostimulant, which enables us to make sure that the product that's applied remains in the soil longer, becomes available to the plant at a longer time. So we have less leaching in the profile. So we have a neighboring guy that's actually collecting all our green waste from the golf course and the hotels and in the area. And from that green waste, he's producing now fertilizer in pellet form and also biostimulant in liquid form, as well as obviously mulch and compost that we could use in flower beds adjacent to the golf course. So instead of using herbicides, we also do use salts. We have salt pans in Mauritius that actually produce salt for the consumption, but if we take it at the less refined stage, we can use that for controlling weeds on the golf courses, grass weeds, broadleaf weeds. We also do send our soil for tests several times a year to ensure that whatever we're putting down is what the soil is requiring. At Heritage Golf Club, we remain true to our sustainability approach. While certifications recognize our efforts, there's always room for improvement.
Yes, indeed. As science evolves, we keep adapting our practices to align with tropical ecosystems. Sustainability is not a destination, it's a never-ending journey, one we are deeply committed to, ensuring we are doing better now for tomorrow.
We're here at the 8th at La Réserve Golf Links, a beautiful par 5 with a double fairway. And for those of you looking for a more generous target to hit at off the tee, I would suggest playing this one up the left-hand side. You're going to find that the left offers a wider target, more of a welcoming target to hit towards, whereas those of you looking to maybe get there in 2, shorten the pathway to the green, are going to want to play it up the right. Maybe a little bit narrower up the right, but it's that risk reward that some of us are after. So I'm going to go up the right. Let's give it a go.
Did you know the Château Golf Course sits on what used to be a sugar plantation estate dating back 150 years? You're not just playing golf, you're walking through a piece of history.
This one is one that baffles a lot of people, understandably. It's how to tackle a tiered green when you're coming up or down a really big slope. How do I read this? What I love to do is to break the putt down into 2 different sections. Number 1 is the ball to the top of the hill. I'll put a tee down here to demonstrate where I mean. And so now I'm going to just read this first section. How far do I have to hit it up the hill? And also, will it break to my tee? That's one thing. The second part, and I will take a walk up here, or you can have a look as you're walking past the hole, is how hard do I have to hit it now from the tee to the hole, and how will it break once it gets up onto the flat bit? So we read the first part, we read the second part, we add those two pieces together, and we get our answer. Let's give it a go. There's no way to make it easy, but hopefully that will make it a little easier.
Friend of my parents, a bit emotional because friend of my parents play golf, and when they arrived on my birthday, 15, with a golf bag, and at least I said, golf is not a sport, it's for all people. And look what I am now, golf professional, golf manager, and I like this sport, this passion for me. I'm Didier Gaillard, General Manager on La Réserve Golf Links, and coming from France originally, on the island since more than 10 years. When they called me to have an interview, I was so proud because I was here before, just a few months before, and I realized how nice is it, and also that's very important to understand that this golf course, La Réserve Golf Links, is quite special. It's special for Mauritius, but it's special for Indian Ocean, and it's also special because I'm very lucky because I travel around the world for the golf, and I realized that it's quite unbelievable to realize that this kind of golf course is on the island. That was amazing, the view and how it was designed. That's why we recommend to the people to play 2 or 3 times when they come for the weeks or for a trip. Just the second time, just to discover the golf course and to really play, because the first time you are not going to play. You discover and you enjoy the moment. And if you are not a golf player, recommend to be here for the lunch, because the clubhouse is quite impressive, because for Mauritius, this is difficult to understand, and like how is possible to do a clubhouse like that? It's totally different as the other building or other clubhouse. And if you are not playing golf, enjoy the moment for the lunch here. It's quite nice. If I would describe the La Réserve Golf Links, I'm not going to make a sentence, just give you a few words like nature, peaceful, magic. Yeah, magic is the word.
Florent Richard is the French architect, part of the world-renowned Perrault and Richard. Their notable projects include the Grand Palais in Paris and the Monte Carlo Opera in Monaco. Created to blend seamlessly with nature, the clubhouse at La Réserve Golf Links is as carefully designed as the course itself. Let's meet the architect to learn more.
Bienvenue à La Réserve Golf Links, le seul et unique parcours de golf Sea Links de l'océan Indien. Je vous invite à découvrir avec moi ce bijou niché dans le cœur de Bel Ombre. Lorsque l'on pénètre dans le golf club, la première chose que l'on voit, c'est ce jardin. Ce jardin est essentiel. C'est la synthèse de toutes les plantes endémiques qui sont présentes dans le parcours du Golf Links La Réserve. C'est ce qui accueille le golfeur, c'est ce qui accueille les visiteurs, c'est ce qui donne l'essence du bâtiment, qui vient concentrer depuis les matériaux qui sont utilisés, les roches, le bois, le métal, la nature, la lumière, le vent, l'espace, tous ces matériaux qui sont bruts dans la nature et qui deviennent précieux lorsqu'on les assemble pour accueillir du mieux possible chacun des golfeurs qui vient à la Réserve Golf Links. Je vous invite à parcourir avec moi les espaces tels qu'ils sont découverts les uns après les autres par chacun des golfeurs. Bienvenue dans les vestiaires. Ici, on retrouve déjà les matériaux bruts, les matériaux précieux, ce marbre vert magnifique, sélectionné par Virginie Kennick et ses équipes qui a composé l'ensemble de ce décor. Tout est fait pour que cette atmosphère qui reprend les codes du Links qui est ici, jusqu'au placard de ces vestiaires, mette chaque golfeur dans les meilleures conditions possibles pour avoir un jeu formidable sur la réserve Golf Links. La mer est à nos pieds, on les voit en transparence, la montagne apparaît par derrière. L'atmosphère, alors qu'on est à l'intérieur du bâtiment, est déjà présente et montre tout ce qui va se passer sur le parcours. Lorsque l'on sort des vestiaires, on découvre ici, à travers ce jardin intérieur de la réserve Golf Links, le Members Lounge avec le drapeau du finish du 18. Je vous invite à m'accompagner pour découvrir ce Members Lounge. Nous voici dans le Members Lounge, situé entre le jardin intérieur et le golf course et son finish. Un endroit cosy, sympathique, confortable, dédié aux golfeurs avec cette synthèse de tous les matériaux, le bois même très brut comme le bar le montre, la pierre qui est rustique mais également précieuse pour le coup comme le marbre qui marque le devant du bar, et puis le canage, le vannage, des tissus, des couleurs et ce sol qui vient en contrepoint, ce sol en bois avec ce plafond en béton brut ciré avec des oxydes qui rappellent la terre du Golf Links. Du Members Lounge, on pénètre dans la varangue. Cette varangue a une taille incroyable qui va depuis le lagon d'un côté jusqu'au lagon de l'autre côté avec une atmosphère, un équilibre, des proportions qui sont faites pour qu'on se sente bien, que l'atmosphère soit protégée des alizés avec ce grand mur de pierre qui vient marquer le point cardinal principal du bâtiment. Et puis, voilà, ces sièges, des assises basses, confortables, pour qu'après un long parcours de golf, chacun des golfeurs puisse venir se poser, passer un bon moment et regarder le finish merveilleux qui est dans un écrin de la montagne et qui s'offre à chacun d'entre nous.
So on hole number 13 of La Réserve Golf Links at Heritage Golf Club, back with Antoine Rosnell. Antoine, love this hole. This was one of your selected holes. When we talked about doing some content together, you said, Lewis, I love this par 5, hole number 5, and I also love this hole because it's a drivable par 4. Nothing better than a drivable par 4, right?
Yeah, no, it's a fun hole. It's a fun little hole. If you hit a good tee shot, you can knock it on the green. 2-putt for a birdie. Why not hold the putt for an eagle? It's a fun little hole.
Fist pump.
Fist pump. But it's a nice hole because you also have a lot of troubles on the right side here. So you need a good shot. Even though we're going to talk about it, we have a lot of room on the left. There's a lot of danger on the right side here. So a good tee shot is needed.
But this is where I think the architects are tricky, right? Because they build the course in such a way where they give you hope. There's a green there, you can drive it, but hey, there's some dangerous stuff waiting for you if you miss the tee shot up. So it's the type of hole where you get the driver out, you want to go for it, you want to be aggressive. But we've just seen 4 players. 2 players actually reached the green on one, and then 2 players finished in the sort of the danger hazard on the right. So for the faders, you're a fader. We just saw 2 faders finish in the danger. What's the first thing that's going through your mind? You want to tee it up here.
Well, the difficulty here is the wind is almost every day is going to be left to right wind, and it's a strong wind, so the wind is going to push most of the balls towards the right hazard. So the difficulty here is to avoid that hazard, but you're going to have to start the ball left. The further left you go, actually, the more help you're going to get from the wind, because the wind is going to push that ball back to the right. So don't hesitate to start the ball left here. You actually have a lot of room to the left.
So much room. And you can't actually necessarily see it when you're from this tee box, but you do have so much room on the left, and oftentimes we're so focused on the flag and the green.
Yeah.
And we just did a video actually on putting, and I love what you said about choosing a gateway and then just focusing on that gateway. It's almost the same here, right? You're just focusing on your line, and then your focus is there, not even the green or the hole.
But as you say, we want to focus on our finishing line, but you also want to focus a lot on your starting line, because this is going to be 2 different lines. The wind is so strong off the left. you're going to have to start the ball probably 15 or 20 meters left of the green, and the wind is going to do the rest.
Yeah, and you were saying there's two options, right? When you have the wind left to right, you either play against it, so you're hitting a sort of a draw-shaped shot to try and fight the wind, so the wind doesn't take the ball and sort of throws it into the hazard. And then the other way is also playing with the wind, where you have to just aim far more to the left to take the wind into consideration.
Yeah, and I think in this situation, this is the second option is going to be better, because you have so much room on the left. There's no problem if you start it too far left and the ball stays left, it's actually okay. So I like the second option here of aiming a little bit for too much to the left and let the wind do the rest. So one tip I want to say is, when you take your ball and you want to put it on the tee, put the ball on the right side of the tee markers.
And why do we want to do that, Antoine?
We want to do that because it's going to force you to aim further left. If I were to put the tee here, it's going to help me hit it right. So if you stand more on the right side of the tee, you're opening a lot more room to the left.
I love it.
And with this wind direction as well, everything is going to be a lot easier. So put the ball on the right side of the tee markers, and then you can just aim 20 meters left of the green. The wind's going to do the rest. It seems easy. It's not that easy, but yeah, it's a good option to get the ball on the green.
This course management tip that Antoine just gave you is gold. And the reason why is because we see so many players, myself included, make the mistake of setting up in the middle of the tee box every time. You know, we come on the tee box, we don't really think about where we should be placing the ball, we just automatically place it in the middle. Driver, we aim in the middle of the fairway. And that's exactly what just happened a minute ago. We saw two players doing that. They set up in the middle, they aimed not far enough to the left, they did their normal, you know, sort of fade, almost a slice, and found the hazard on the right. That's 2 extra shots on the scorecard.
Exactly, yeah.
So setting up on the side of the danger, on the hazard on the right, and then aiming left, opens up a whole new dimension to the hole. You have so much more space that the danger is not even, almost not even in play now.
Yeah, well, you still have to hit a good shot.
You still have to good shot.
So I'm going to try to knock it on the green. There is a bunker on the green. We'll get to it. Hopefully I can leave this ball on the green.
Nice, nice.
So I'm aiming, yeah, a good 20 meters left.
That's
exactly the perfect shot I was trying to hit.
It started exactly where you wanted to on the left side. It's fading
the wind's
nicely.
doing the rest. Yeah, good shot. It's just left edge of the green, but it's a great position for this hole.
I want to do that, Antoine, just play for me. Antoine, hole number 13 at La Réserve Golf Links. A bit particular, isn't it? Because we have a bunker in the middle of the green. We don't often see that on golf courses.
No, to be honest, this is the first time I've ever seen this on a golf course. I know there is one famous course in America that has this, but this is the first time I get to experience it, so it's very unique.
And you know, Pete Matkovich, the architect of the golf course alongside Louis Oosthuizen, were really smart because it's a hole where you can drive the green, but then if you drive the green, you also take the risk of falling into this trap. This is exactly what you happen. You hit a fantastic drive, but unfortunately, you just rolled off the green here into this bunker. So we thought, what a great opportunity to kind of showcase how would you specifically play this bunker shot. You know, you have the flag about, how would you say, 10 meters away maybe?
10, 12 meters away. I don't think it's really going to change anything from a standard bunker shot. I think the difficulty again here is the wind, because you're going to play a bunker shot against the wind. So it's going to be difficult to actually fly the ball all the way to the hole. Right. It wouldn't really change anything. The only thing is it's a very funny layout. Yeah. It's the only thing, because you could be able to play this bunker shot to the left or to the right if there is a right
we're not
pin.
going to play it, but what would you do if the ball was here, for example?
Well, it would be a very short side bunker shot. You would have to open the face a little bit more. You would have to control the landing spot. It would have to land absolutely here. Then would you say if my ball was on the
you
green?
were on the green here and the flag was there?
Okay, that's funny. Okay, that's a different situation. You would have to actually chip it on the green.
Would you use this club?
I would use this club. I think one tip would be to actually put the toe of the club a little bit further on the ground, so that the club is not going to dig too much into the green. You don't want to make a divot on the green.
Absolutely, yeah. That's why the toe up is a good advice, because it allows you to not get that club digging into the ground.
It's not going to dig. It's going to bounce a little bit easier. Yeah. So I'm just
let's
going to play it.
Yeah, let's play it. Absolutely. So we got
actually a funny.
Yeah, it's a 10 meter pitch shot just over the bunker there. We're on the green. Nice, nice. Stop. And no divot, look at that. No divot. Absolutely no divot. So the greenkeeper's happy.
The greenkeeper is very happy. You didn't duff it, but yeah, putting the toe on the ground is very important in this situation.
So now we get into the bunker.
We get into the bunker. We're gonna play it pretty much as a normal bunker shot. It's just like, we know this is a bunker shot for eagle actually.
Yeah.
So
that's always nice, isn't it?
Trying to hold it.
Nice, beautiful shot there, Antoine. Antoine, I'm just going to give you another one here, and I want to go through a few key pointers in the bunker, because we know that bunker shots is not an easy shot for a lot of golfers. And one of the things that you did there is you squatted down a lot. I noticed that you really lowered your center of gravity. What does that help you do?
Well, it helps you create loft. It's as simple as this. The further down you go, the further your hands are lower, the further down your hands are, you're going to create loft. And if you have loft, you can create height. So basically, when you see players squatting down, you see them digging a little bit, their feet. It's just to create more loft. And then you want to keep this loft all the way on the swing.
Nice.
And you get height.
Yeah, so just lowering your center of gravity also exposes the bounce of the club face more, so you get to slide underneath the golf ball.
That's what you want in bunkers. You want to have bounce. You want to explode that club face on the sand, you know? You want to make that ball go up and further, you know? So you need to you need speed. You need this club to go smash the sand. Yeah. So basically you need a bit of bounce. That's what happens when you lower your hands and you create more loft.
And I always say to Academy students, don't forget to show the bunker who's boss. And by that I mean, plant your feet firmly into the sand. So many times we don't do that. And I think that the first thing is when you get in the bunker, you twist your feet there, you're showing the bunker that you're here, you're present, you're firmly grounded. And then from there, you can then just slide the club face under the ground. That's beautiful.
When it comes to capturing the soul of a golf course, few do it like Jakob Sjöman. A world-renowned golf photographer from Sweden, Jakob has spent over a decade behind the lens. He's shot some of the most iconic fairways around the world, and most recently, La Réserve Golf Links. Through his lens, let's hear from him about what he thinks makes this golf course so special.
The first time I got here to La Réserve Golf Links was during a late afternoon. I got to see the golf course in a magnificent light, and it was just pure magic. It's such a special sight that you need to see just to believe, I'm Jakob Sjöman, and I'm a professional golf photographer. I'm also the official photographer for La Réserve Golf Links. Let me show you this place from my perspective. When you go around here and see all the angles and the infinity greens, the course features, the long grass, the wildlife, it's really something that you have to experience by your own. I think capturing a course that's unique like La Réserve is you have to be open at for so many possibilities. You have to be open for so many angles. You have to be open to go to the far end corner to the left, far corner to the right. You have to go high, you have to go low on the ground. You have to search for you know, since it's such a big site and offering so many views, you have all these panoramic views, you have to be on many spots to see it for yourself, and then try to find your composition through the lens. My top 3 moments at La Reserve. First, you come to the starter's hut, just nearby tee number 1. That's when your journey starts here, and it's a really nice vista, you know. You can see the ocean, you can see the holes, 1, 3, 4, and also 2 going up. It builds your anticipation to the maximum, I would say. My second spot is when you come right over the edge at hole 5. You reach to the tee box. It's a really nice moment when you just like see the course opens up, and it's also amazing for photography. And my third and final spot is here at the 18th. I think it's a great ending hole, just in front of the restaurant, and also to settle your bets. I try to apply the golfer's perspective to my photography as well. So I want the golfers and also non-golfers to appreciate the images and feel that, you know, they would have a desire to go to that place. That is a key for me. If you're in Mauritius, you have to play La Reserve and also Le Château, because there are 2 excellent golf courses and you have to experience them both.
Hello, my name is Alex Riggs and I am at Heritage La Reserve Golf Links. I've just finished a week's stay here with my family at Heritage Telfair, and I tell you, this has been an exceptional experience. This is one of the most stunning properties I've ever been on. I mean, just look at this golf course. What you see is one of the most incredible landscapes on this hillside, the south of Mauritius. This has truly been a memorable experience. So whether it is here at the golf course at Heritage La Reserve, the other golf course at Heritage Le Château, or at either of the resorts, Heritage Telfair or Awali, I can guarantee you you're going to have a trip of a lifetime.
Have you ever wondered who keeps the golf courses looking flawless every single day? Well, join us behind the scenes to meet Jeremy Mamet and his dedicated team of landscaping experts who maintain all of this, 365 days of the year.
I've been working here for just over 20 years. When I got into the maintenance of the golf courses, I developed more and more of a love for turf grass maintenance and everything to do with golf course management. Hi, my name is Jeremy Mamet. I'm the General Manager of Turf Grass and Landscaping at Heritage Resorts. There's generally 2 sections of the golf course that are maintained and at different levels. There's the turf grass part, which is the daily mown, the more intense maintained areas. And then you have what we call the outer play areas, also referred to as the landscaped areas. A typical day for me and my team at Heritage Resorts is a very early start to start with. The normal routine is when we get to the workshop, we get the team ready. We show them what the tasks for the day are. We have a board where everything is marked. We generally have about an hour of leeway between when we start and the first golfers start. So in total we have a team of around 57 people, which includes the greenkeepers as well as the maintenance for the equipment maintenance. The golf cart maintenance falls under us as well. People management can be a challenge, and the next one is the environment. We're on a tropical island, we have to deal with the weather. Right now we're going through quite a big drought in Mauritius. So at Heritage Resorts we have 2 great golf courses. The one was opened in 2004, the Château Golf Course, and La Reserve was opened in 2023. La Reserve Golf Links, as the name describes, is the links style golf course. It offers unbelievable views from every single hole, and you have spectacular views of the southern coastline all the way through. So we have automated irrigation systems on both golf courses. The La Reserve, being a younger golf course, has a more dedicated head-to-head irrigation system. So it allows us to be more particular where we want to irrigate more water and where we can put less. Through different programs of wetting agents as well, we use different products to sort of hold the moisture in the soil and to make sure the grass is staying alive and keeping healthy. The big challenge is just keeping the course and the grass alive and looking good.
We're here at La Réserve Golf Links, the only links golf course in the Indian Ocean. It was designed by a man who knows a thing or two about links golf. The former Open champion Louis Oosthuizen designed this alongside Peter Matkovich. Where is this slice of heaven, you may ask? Well, it's on the southern coast of Mauritius, Bel Ombre, inside Heritage Resorts. Now, behind me is a stunning clubhouse that is designed to blend into its environment. And well, the architects, they have some pretty high credentials. Perrault and Richard designed that clubhouse, and they designed Le Grand Palais and the Monte Carlo Casino. It is such a stunner. Let's go check it out. Just a few short steps from the 18th green and you're on this gorgeous terrace. You can enjoy a bite to eat after your magnificent round of golf, and you can watch others struggle out on the golf course like you didn't. But one of the key features for me, this is like an interior designer's haven. It's so modern, but all of the materials used are organic. We've got the blend of the woods, the stones, the concrete, and it's all natural. It's a really gorgeous place, under the shade, to relax and take a load off. And there's this wonderful indoor-outdoor atmosphere here as we go on through into the bar and the members' lounge area. All of those gorgeous natural materials continue as you step inside the bar area, this stunning bar, wooden with marble. And then through there, that's the members' lounge. You can only access if you're a member of the golf course. More on that later. But when we look inside here, yes, everything's gorgeous and stunning, but when it was constructed, everything was designed to be as sustainable as possible. So all of the practices that everybody does here is built around sustainability. It truly is at the heart of Heritage Resorts and here at La Réserve, and that's proven by this stunning natural courtyard that is at the heart of this building. You feel at one, relaxed with nature and golf and luxury. What could be better? The nature and luxury theme continues inside the locker rooms and provides a serene place for you to relax post-round or get focused pre-round. Now you might be thinking to yourself, how quickly can I get here and how do I play La Réserve? Well, there's one of two options. You can come and stay in one of the 5-star hotels making up Heritage Resorts, or you can become a member here, play unlimited golf and unlock a world of opportunities and exclusive memories with your friends and family. Either way, we'll see you soon.
So the perfect day for me at Heritage Resorts always starts really early because the sun rises early in Mauritius, just before 6 a.m. So I naturally get up at 6:15, 6:20. I like to go for a 20-minute, what I call a body activation. It's just basically going to the Telfair gym. And I really enjoy just doing a bit of cardio, a few push-ups, maybe some skipping rope. And then from there, I'll meet with my wife and my son, Luca, and we'll go for breakfast at Annabella's. I love the fruit section at Annabella, so every day I'm just getting different type of fruits. It could be mango, some pineapple. And if I have a bit of a sweet tooth, sometimes I'll go for a chocolate crepe. I know my son always does. And then from there, we'll drop off our son, Luca, at the kids club. And I head over to the golf club where I'll play 18 holes at La Réserve Golf Links. And for me, it's just every single time that I play La Réserve, it's just a unique experience. You know, first of all, because when you get to the top and you start off on the first tee, you have this 180-degree view of the Indian Ocean. You're 200 meters above sea level from the first tee box. So it really does take your breath away. So 18 holes at La Réserve Golf Links is just fantastic because it's a challenging golf course. Every single hole is a breathtaking moment overlooking the different sceneries. When I finish my round of golf at La Réserve, I love the restaurant at La Réserve Golf Links. So I'm sitting on the terrace in the beautiful clubhouse. What's really cool is that when you look out, the golf course almost disappears and all you're left with is these dunes and natures and mountains that you're looking at from the golf club terrace. And then in the afternoon, my wife and I, we just love doing activities. So generally we'll pick up our son at the kids club and then we'll head over to the Sea Beach Club and we'll do just different type of water activities. So maybe we'll take out the kayak and we'll just go out in front of the beach and we'll just spend an hour doing that. And then my wife and I, maybe we'll go and enjoy some tennis or the new paddle court, which is really, really cool. So we'll just have fun doing different type of activities and also relaxing at the same time. And then from there, what I like to do is go for a really nice recovery session at the 7 Color Spa. So I'll start off with a little bit of sauna, 10 to 15 minutes, then followed with a cold shower, and then I'll have a golf massage, which is just really nice because it gets my body ready for the next day. And then from there, it's cocktail time at the Cavendish with my wife, and we just enjoy a few cocktails there. There's always some animations going on, so we always like to know what's going on in the evening at the Cavendish. So sometimes there'll be some Mauritian music or some Mauritian dancing. There'll be a group playing, so we just generally spend 1 hour there before we head out to our favorite restaurant at Heritage Resorts, which is Ginger. So I just absolutely love Asian food, and Ginger has just the best Asian food I've ever had in my life. So we just spend the evening at the Ginger, and that takes us to about 10:30 p.m. It's a full-on day, but if that was my perfect day, that's exactly what I would do.
Did you know that golf balls were once made of feathers? Before the modern golf ball, golfers used featheries, leather pouches tightly stuffed with boiled goose feathers. They flew surprisingly well, but were extremely pricey and not waterproof.
One of the key shots that we need around a links golf course is the classic chip and run. I've got a 7-iron here. I'm going to walk you through the setup and where we need to pitch it. From a setup point of view, usually with a full swing, our hands are down, we're standing far away from the ball. But for a chip and run with a 7-iron, we're going to move a lot closer in and have our hands really high. The other thing that we're going to do is we're just going to go back and through with no wrist break at all. We're going to have a pendulum as if we're putting, back and through like this. And then where are we going to pitch it? I usually calculate that with a 7-iron for a chip and run, about a quarter of the way between you and the hole. And how do you choose when and where to use a chip and run shot? As you can see behind me, I've got a tier halfway between me and the hole. The wind is also back up into my face and it's a long way with a lot of green. For this one, we want to get the ball running as quickly as possible to take out as many variables as we can of spin and wind and slope. Okay. Let's give it a go. Hands nice and high and a little bit of a pendulum. Get that ball running up that tier and nicely towards the hole. Happy golfing.
So on hole number 18 here at La Réserve Golf Links, absolutely fabulous hole to finish this great golf course. It's a par 5. Antoine Rosner here with me. Antoine, you've won the Fraser-Back Mauritius Open in Mauritius a couple of years ago. And so what goes through your mind when you're standing on the 18th tee, you're leading the tournament and you know that you have to finish strong? What goes through your mind?
You know, it's never easy to be in the lead of the tournament. I remember when I played at Le Château back in 2019 and I was on the 72nd hole, and it's not an easy tee shot, and I know I needed to hit the fairway to have a chance to win the tournament. You have to focus on very simple things. You have to focus on maybe it could be one technique thought, it could be one shape of a shot you want to trying to hit. You have to focus on things that avoids you to think about the result. You want to keep your mind as far away as possible from the result. So basically you're trying to focus on very little things. It could be a pressure in the hand, it could be a pressure in the foot, it could be a rotation, it could be a takeaway, it could be any technique thought, it could be anything, but you have to focus on like little simple things.
You're directing your thinking to something you can control.
Yes,
that's
exactly,
what I love about what you're saying, is controlling and focusing on the process. Oftentimes when we get focused on the outcome, the result, especially when you're positioned to win a golf tournament, but whether you're in a position to win a tournament or you're just playing the Sunday friendly round, the emotions that they are the same. Ultimately, you're on the tee box, you're feeling the same emotions, maybe at different levels when you're playing to win a tournament on the DP World Tour. It's quite intense. But the thinking is still the same. Go towards something you can focus on that's going to allow you to focus on the process. And so swing forward, just a little something you can hang on to that's going to allow you to stay in the present moment.
Something you know you can do easily as well, because if you're under pressure, don't dream about doing something extraordinary. You're not going to do it. And I tell myself that. If I don't know how to hit a certain shot, I'm not going to try it under pressure.
Right.
I'm going to try to keep it simple. I'm going to try to hit shots that I know I can hit. It's very important because you're not going to turn yourself into Tiger Woods and, you know, hit a 300-yard driver right down the middle of the fairway if you don't know how to do it.
And you also might not need.
Might not need,
It's
exactly,
like
yes.
Here we're looking for, you know, maybe a par or a birdie, and then so it's the process thoughts that are going to get you the outcome. So this particular shot, where you're setting up on the tee box, it's a par 5.
Yes.
You got lots of room, haven't we?
It's a wide fairway. So basically here, it's a long par 5. I need 2 really strong shots to get to the green in 2. And I'm not even guaranteed to be able to get to the green.
Because there's a lot of wind today, isn't there?
Yes, so basically I'm going to try to hit it as hard as I can. I'm going to try to use my fate to ride the wind a little bit.
That might go against what a lot of people are hearing. Hard as you can. I always heard I need to swing easy.
No, but this is a particular
There's a lot of room.
situation.
There's
a lot of room.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have a specific target. I'm going to try to focus on that specific spot here.
Right.
Where I know that spot is going to give me the most room possible on the fairway.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm going to try to put the tee on the right side here because I'm going to try to hit a fade shot.
Right, so you're setting up on the right side of the tee box to
Yes.
open the left side of the hole
left.
and use the wind to your advantage, just playing
Yes,
left
exactly.
to right.
Yeah, I'm going to try to gain as much distance as possible.
Love that. There's so much room on the right here on this hole. And so Antoine is using all the elements to his advantage. Wind is blowing left to right. He has lots of room on the right. He's set himself up on the right side of the tee box, aiming to the left, knowing that he has that margin of error to the right, playing in his advantage. Yeah, you hit what? That one definitely a bit harder than the previous shots I've hit. That was a bit harder. That was a bit harder.
So it actually ended up a lot further right than what I expected, but it's still okay. There's a lot of room right. That's why I decided to hit a fade shot, because I knew that even if it overturns, it's okay. So yeah, that was not my intended shot, but it's still okay, and maybe I'll have a chance to get to the green.
I want to emphasize something because, you know, Antoine, on this particular shot, there's so much room. When you're looking ahead of you, you feel like you have, you know, 200 yards of fairway ahead of you. So, you know, we've just done a fantastic series of content here at La Réserve Golf Links. And this is the hardest or the fastest swing I've seen of Antoine all day. So when the hole's a bit tighter, you know, don't have so much room, you're not going to go. You're not going to be so aggressive, aren't you?
No, you don't have to. Sometimes you want to go further, sometimes you don't need to. So you really have the decision process is very important in golf. You have to really give a good thoughts about what type of shot you want to hit. And in this situation, my choice was, okay, I'm gonna try to hit a very strong tee shot because I know I have enough room for it.
Right.
But it's not always the case. So sometimes you make different decisions, but this time it was more distance. So
it's decide, commit, hit.
Exactly.
Basically the three magic words here on this tee box. Antoine, you've just hit a fantastic second shot here at hole number 18 at La Réserve Golf Links. It's a fantastic finishing hole with a beautiful clubhouse just behind us. We have the view of the ocean. This is one of those holes where you're walking up to the green and all of a sudden you find yourself with a very difficult shot. You need to focus because you've got all these different beautiful elements around you, but all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait a second. I have a sort of a double platform here. I need to get the ball all the way up there. What do you do?
So actually I'm kind of happy with this second shot because I've opened the whole green for me. But I have a lot of room to work with. So the goal here now is to control how much roll I'm going to put on the chip shot, just so it has the right speed to stop at the hole. So basically it has different plateau here. But the number one rule when you chip is to land the ball on a flat spot. So I've got a flat spot about like 7 meters in front of me. So the goal for me here is going to be to land on that flat spot and just have the right speed to let the ball roll all the way to the hole.
That's so key, right? It's actually, first of all, picking a spot.
Yes.
And then deciding, okay, I want to land it there, and then what kind of club maybe am I going to be selecting to allow me to land the ball there and then roll all the way up to the flag?
So to me, there is a lot of imagination in this process, but I feel that with a pitching wedge, it's going to have enough speed and just the right elevation for this shot. So in my mind, I think pitching wedge is going to be landing just on that flat spot and have the good speed for the hole.
Fantastic. Let's run us through, because we just did a fantastic series here at La Réserve Golf Links, and we just did a flop shot actually.
Yes.
And I think where a lot of golfers might get it wrong around the short game area is you know, how to structure, how to position yourself properly in front of the golf ball, depending on the club selection and shot selection. So over here, we want to keep the ball low. We want the ball to roll.
Yes.
So you've got a pitching wedge. Where's the ball going to be set up in this stance?
The ball is going to be in a very neutral position. For this shot, you want the ball to roll. You don't need elevation. You just need a very standard. The club is going to lay forward just a little bit. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to be backward. It's just like a very neutral. You respect the way the club was created.
Yeah, what I'm seeing is that the grip is just sitting on top of the golf ball there,
yes.
Right?
And it's pointing towards the left hip.
Right.
It doesn't have to be
too much forward.
Too much forward.
Because then you can't control the roll of the ball.
Yes,
right?
if you want to lean more to the left, then you adjust your body.
Okay.
It's your body that's going to decide of the angle of the shaft.
Perfect.
But in a neutral position, you're just standing with the shaft pointing to the left hip. And then it's a very simple shot, very low hands action, sorry.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of body turn.
Nice. So when you're talking about hand action and more body turn, are you trying to keep the hands quiet on this type of shot by not breaking the wrist as much as
no? Yeah. To me, you don't need to break the wrist. To me, if you want more roll, you're just going to adapt the body a little bit. But I'm not a big fan of using a lot of hands on these runners. I think it's just a lot of body turns.
Where's the feeling going to be in the body? When you say body turn, is there a particular area in the body where you feel?
It's in the belly and in the chest. It's just like chest movement.
Nice.
But basically, I call this shot a putter with loft.
Just going to get another ball there for you.
Yes. I like to call this shot a putter with loft. It looks like a putting stroke. If I were to putt, it would be like this. But it's just a little bit bigger. And since we have loft, the putter with loft.
Nice. So you're going to change anything in your hand position? Like, are you going to weaken the grip a bit, or are you just going to keep the same? Because I know some players like to weaken the grip a bit.
Not really. I think naturally we'll be a little bit weaker than on a full shot. I have a strong grip as well. I'm more like this for a full shot. I think naturally you're just going to be a little bit weaker.
And so the tempo that I'm seeing, I saw you putt earlier, is very similar to what you're doing on the putting stroke in terms of tempo and rhythm.
It doesn't have to be too quick. Yeah. I think just a normal, smooth kind of swing is going to be just enough for this type of shot.
And again, just letting the loft of the golf club do the work for you. Let it help you. And so many times we'll see a lot of golfers take a sandwich with a lot of loft on this situation. And when you have a lot of green to work with, use it. Use it to your advantage. Go for a pitching wedge. Sometimes it can even be a 9-iron or an 8-iron.
Could be for sure, yeah.
And just let the club and the loft, let that ball roll it for you all the way to the flag.
La Réserve Golf Links is proud to host one of the region's most prestigious golf tournaments, the Afrasia Bank Mauritius Open, also called the ABMO. This internationally acclaimed event brings together top players from around the world and is broadcast globally. Let's hear more from Ryan Dodds, Head of Golf Management and Projects at Heritage Resorts.
My name is Ryan Dodds. I head up Golf Management and Projects for the Heritage Resorts Group and also Project Director for the Afrasia Bank Mauritius Open. It's an event that we're incredibly proud of, an event that was conceptualized in 2014 and we held the first edition in 2015. The 2015 edition was the first time in golf history that 3 of the world's leading tours came together. The Afrasia Bank Mauritius Open was sanctioned in that year by the European Tour, now known as the DP World Tour, the Sunshine Tour and the Asian Tour. So representing the continents of Asia, Africa and Europe all coming together on the tiny island of Mauritius. As the events progressed, we now are a tournament sanctioned by the Sunshine and DP World Tour, no longer the Asian Tour, but it just over the years has proven that we get a stronger field sanctioning in that manner. So I think in terms of sporting events, it is the largest in terms of the global exposure that it generates for the island, but also for the associated brands, and the excitement and anticipation around having 156 of the world's best professionals coming to the island to compete. And then in that first year, having George Coetzee as our winner, who was the highest ranked player in the field that week, was just icing on the cake. So an exceptional start to an exceptional event. The current format of the event sees 78 players who qualify through the Sunshine Tour, 78 players who qualify through the DP World Tour, coming to Mauritius to compete for this event. Our team on the ground to host them is rather extensive. Just on the television side alone, we have a team of 60 people that's involved in the production of the live television broadcast. This goes out for 18 hours of cumulative live broadcasting over the 4 days. It's just such an exciting event to be part of. I love my job, love what I do, and every year I wake up or start the year energized to make the next one better than the last.
Hi, I'm Henny Zuel. I am a professional golfer. I played on the Ladies European Tour for 7 years, and then I retired, and now I'm a broadcaster for Sky Sports. Heritage Resorts is so special to me because over the years that I've been coming here, which is a decade now, I have made so many incredible family memories. At the resorts, it's so peaceful that even just taking a sunset walk on the beach with my daughter, it means the world to me. And then to be able to share the sport that I love with her as well, and to be able to teach her about her heritage and where our family comes from. It really does mean the world to me. So taking her out on the golf course in the evenings, it's a lot more nice for her than being able to play in the wind and the rain in England. She loves playing golf out here and it's so relaxed. I think the energy of it being relaxed and it feeling like home to me makes me relaxed, which makes her relaxed. And then just sitting around the dinner table in the evenings and at lunch with my family, with my parents, with my grandparents, being able to just spend time together, it's the best thing in the world, and time is the most precious thing that we have. So to be able to spend my time and our time here together at Heritage, it is super special. I've been coming to Heritage Resorts now for the last 10 years, and there has been so much change, and at the same time some of the core values have stayed the same. So on a golfing level, we've had the opening of La Reserve, which is this incredible world-class Louis Oosthuizen links design, first one in the Indian Ocean. And I absolutely love playing it. The experience of being on a bioreserve and what sustainability means to me, to be able to combine those things that I love, nature, sustainability and golf. That is incredible and I adore it. From La Château and La Reserve as well, being able to host all of these world-class tournaments, both on the DP World Tour and on the Legends Tour, it's been wonderful to see. And now when you play the golf courses, you can say, this is where Nicolai Højgaard hit this shot, and you can walk down memory lane alongside some of your favourite pros. So that's what has stayed the same in terms of the special memories that you can create out on the golf course, and has changed in terms of La Reserve. And then at the hotel, the things that stayed the same is the incredible relaxed atmosphere, the friendliness of the staff, the quality of the food, the quality of the hotel. That's all stayed the same. However, I do notice that they're constantly innovating, coming up with new dishes on the menus at some of my favourite restaurants. Rejuvenating some of my favourite spaces to relax in, new furniture. I really adore some of the lounge chairs. New entertainment in the evenings, the kids club, they're always innovating. But really the essence of the resort, which I can't overstate enough, is just pure relaxation and time spent with family members. Importantly, that has stayed the same. The thing for me that makes playing golf here at Heritage so unique, compared to any other destination in the world, is the fact that you are so embedded in nature. From being up in the hills, surrounded by the hills if you're at Le Château or La Reserve, to the native plants, the native animals, the birds serenading you as you play golf, to the coconuts that you can have when you finish. Everything just feels like you don't have to make a choice between golf and nature. The two really come together, and it is the most special thing, truly unlike any other golf course that I've played in the world. And they are so manicured, they are incredibly well cared for. but that isn't in contrast or going against the environment, which for me, someone who is passionate about sustainability, that's really important. So I really love that aspect of golf here at Heritage. As a presenter on Sky Sports, I have covered the Fraser Bank Mauritius Open numerous times, and I'm always so proud to see Mauritius, our wonderful island, on the map on a world stage, and being given that stage and that platform to really showcase not just what the golf courses are about, but what the island is about and what the people are about. And I think you can really see that reflected in the way that the golfers are so relaxed and they love coming here, and we always get such an incredible feel to the golf tournament as well. Compared to any other tournament that maybe I cover from the DP World Tour, it definitely feels like it has a special relaxed atmosphere to it. And I think that really gets the best out of the golfers. We've seen these incredible moments, whether that's in a playoff or in the main 4 rounds throughout the course of the years. And so it's special to me, but I also think it's a special stop on the DP World Tour as well. Being involved in the golf industry for 20 odd years now, both as a player, as an amateur, as a professional, and now on the broadcasting side, I've seen the landscape for women in the sport change significantly, and for the better. I see it as being more inclusive now. So many more of my friends are wanting to take it up who never would have before. I think in terms of what women can wear on the golf course, the fashion, it feels less intimidating to be around the clubhouse areas, the locker rooms. Definitely golf and golf courses have noticed the importance of women being involved in the game, because women ultimately grow the game in terms of we're going to take our children with us. We're going to be able to have those family memories out on the golf course. And to have women and girls involved in the sport is something that has grown and is continuing to grow. But for sure, it is a much more inclusive environment now, and one to not be afraid of. So even if you're just coming to ride along on the buggy, please come and give it a go, hit a couple of shots, and then I'm sure you'll fall in love with it. As a former golf professional, the one piece of advice that really changed the way that I play, and perhaps more in terms of scoring, is to work backwards from each hole. And I'm going to explain that. Start at where the hole location is, and that determines where you want to be in the fairway. That then determines what side of the tee box you want to be on. So it's being a lot more strategic and a lot less accidental about where I want to place myself and my shots on the golf course. And I feel like it takes a couple of seconds just to think and to notice, where's the flag? What side of the tee box do I want to be on a par 3? Where's the flag? What side of the fairway do I want to be on? Where do I want to miss? Where do I not want to miss? Just thinking about it a little bit more holistically, a little bit more strategically, makes such a massive difference to how comfortable you feel on the golf course, and therefore your enjoyment and how you're able to score and to attack the golf course. So that's probably my one piece of advice for anyone of any level, is start at where the hole is and work backwards.
So you don't always have to go on the golf course or go to the range to work on your golf swing. I'm here at Heritage Hotel Fair. I have a beach towel. I'm going to show you 2 simple drills to help you improve the consistency in your golf swing next time you go out on the course. So take a beach towel, place it behind your back, right in the middle here. I'm going to hold the towel on both ends, and all I'm going to do is take my golfing posture. Imagine hitting a 7-9. From there, I'm just going to do my simple backswing, making sure that my left hand is pointing towards the ground, right hand pointing towards the sky. This is called rotation with tilt. I'm turning my upper body, making sure that I'm tilting my shoulders towards the ground. One of the problems that we see often with golfers who suffer from inconsistency on the golf course is the left shoulder rising up at the top of the backswing. This is going to cause so many problems when you get to impact. So we want to make sure that we create rotation, but at the same time tilting the shoulders toward the ground. So once you've done the backswing, I'm just going to go back to impact, and then I want to match my follow through to the backswing. So I'm going to go backswing, impact, follow through. That's 1 repetition. Do 10 of those. Second drill, place the towel across your chest, right underneath your arms. And from here, you're just going to feel like you're turning with the chest, backswing, back to impact, follow through. We call this a connected movement, connected golf swing. What's a disconnected golf swing? Well, if you were to use only the arms and the hands, you could see that now the towel has fallen to the ground. That's because you haven't used the upper body in the right way. So make sure that you place the towel right across your chest, and then from here, I'm using my hands, my arms, and my body to turn at the same time, feeling this connected motion, turning with the upper body, facing the target. Do that 10 times. That's really going to help you improve the quality of your ball striking next time you go on the course.
Did you know that golf can be played truly at any age? The oldest player to compete on the PGA Tour was 103 years old. Age really is just a number out on the golf course.
To celebrate the one-year anniversary of La Réserve Golf Links, Antoine Rosner hosted an exclusive golf clinic for club members, and he invited fellow pro golfer Marcel Siem to join the fun. The moderator for the event was Lewis Wallace, who also had a one-on-one chat with Antoine Rosner afterwards. Take a look.
Hey everyone, I'm PGA Golf Coach Lewis Wallace and Heritage Resorts Ambassador, and it's an absolute pleasure and an honor to welcome today Antoine Rosner. Hey Antoine.
Hey, how are you, Lewis?
I'm doing great. I mean, look at this. The scenery.
Fantastic.
La Réserve Golf Links, one of the 2 courses that we have here at Heritage Golf Club.
I know, can't ask for anything better than this. It's wonderful.
Beautiful weather, blue sky. So we just did a whole morning of content to show you how you can improve your game. We explained how to play La Réserve Golf Links because, as we know and as you know, it's a challenging golf course. Actually, maybe not for you. You played 10 under par last year.
To be honest, I still don't know how I did that. So I think that score is going to last for a little while.
La Réserve Golf Links welcomed the Fraser Bank Mauritius Open. It's a DP World Tour event. So we've been very fortunate at Heritage Golf Club. We have 2 golf courses here. We have the Château Golf Course and La Réserve Golf Links. Both courses have hosted the DP World Tour, and you have tremendous success in that tournament. You finished 2nd at the Château Golf Course a couple of years ago, and then you won the Fraser Bank Mauritius Open the following year. So, I mean, Mauritius is working pretty well for you, right?
Mauritius is treating me well. I've had a lot of success. I have some amazing memories here, but especially on this resort. The Chateau was my first really ever experience of being in contention on the DP World Tour event. I lost in a playoff. It was a 3-hole playoff. I made birdie, 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 and lost the playoff. So it was an amazing experience. And yeah, you know, Mauritius. I played also my first ever pro tournament in Mauritius, and it was 8 years ago now. So time flies, but yeah, I have a lot of good memories here, and super happy to be back here.
So you've just spent the week here.
Yes,
a weekend at the villas on a beautiful resort here.
Yeah.
Just run me through the week. You came with some friends.
Yeah.
What did you do this week that made this week unforgettable?
You know, it's such a nice place. So we got a house this week. We're staying in one of the villas. I'm here with 7 friends, so it's a big group, and we're doing a lot of activities. We're doing a lot of activities on the sea. We got a boat. We're doing some tennis, some paddle tennis. We're playing golf. We played one day at the Chateau. We played one day here. 2 fantastic golf courses. To be honest, you can't ask for anything better than this. You come on a holiday and you play 2 championship courses. It's pretty stunning.
You were telling me about the different restaurants you went to, and you had a langouste evening.
Yeah, when I had some lobsters. It was, you know, they burned the lobster with like some rum and stuff. It's amazing, amazing food. So no, to be honest, the culture is very good, and I think if you like hiking, if you like to stay active on the holiday, to me it's perfect, because I'm not a huge guy that stay at the pool, even though you can do that, but I like to do activities, and here for me it's just like the best deal possible. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we have an amazing activity center. Like, if people want to do activities every day, they can. If they want to chill, they can chill.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many.
You see families at the pool, they just relax at the pool or at the beach all day long, and that's perfectly fine, and they love it, you know. I'm an activity guy, so I like to move.
Me too. Yeah, I've made the same. You've been here last year?
Yes.
A couple years ago, but your friends, it was the first time for them. So tell me about their experience.
My friends were just like, how come we only coming here now? You know, it's paradise. Like you're in the villa, you see the ocean, you wake up in the morning, you go on the sea, then you come back, you play golf. It's perfect golf destination. So all of my friends are big golfers. And yeah, we're doing some good matches. My friends tried to beat me a few times, and I'm still undefeated for now. So
undefeated in Mauritius.
Yes, so
not just at the AMO, but with the friends.
Well, with the friends, the French,
More
the
so.
French Championship, I'm still undefeated. So it's a win for me.
And almost sometimes it feels better to win the French Championship.
Yeah, probably. There's more on the line.
You got the bragging rights.
There's more on the line, let me tell you that.
Let's talk a little bit about the golf.
Yes, the chateau is probably shorter, but has more water hazards in play, more bunkers in play. It's less exposed to the wind. It's more a precision kind of course.
What do you feel when you get to the first hole and you're 200 meters above sea level, and all of a sudden you have this 180-degree view of the Indian Ocean? What experience is that for the people watching?
But it's pretty special because for the people that don't know the layout of this course, you have to take a buggy to get to the first tee. It's a 10 minutes buggy ride, but you get all the way up there. And as you say, you have an amazing view, and you don't expect this. So it's very stunning. And then you realize that you play every holes, and you realize, we're keeping the same view for 18 holes. How crazy is that? So it's not common to be able to see the ocean for 18 holes in a row. I don't think I've ever experienced this before. So yeah, no, the view from up there, it's crazy.
Are there any particular holes on the Reserve that you maybe not favor, but that you like? Oh man, that hole was really great. Like,
yeah, I think the par 5, number 5, is very unique. You're on top of a cliff almost, and you go 35 meters down of altitude. So basically, your tee shot is 35 meters shorter than what it is, and you're just like on top of everything, and you can see the whole course pretty much. And it's a very impressive par 5. It's very beautiful and it's very scenic, and it's a great hole.
Chateau, do you have any preferences?
Oh
on
yeah,
certain holes?
number 9, no question. Right. Number 9 is fantastic. I played it the other night with the sunset, and the colors were unreal. The sky was like orange and pink, and it's a short par 4, number 9 at the Chateau, and I can get to the green with a 3 wood, but you've got water hazards everywhere, so you can't miss. But it was a great memory. I think I remember when we played that hole for a long time, because the scenery was very fantastic with the sun coming down and the whole hole in front of you.
Yeah, the hole. Yeah, it's one of our signature holes actually. Number 9 and number 18.
18 is great.
Those two holes with the water hazards on both sides are just absolutely amazing. Antoine, on behalf of the whole team at Heritage, we were just so proud and honored to have you this week at Heritage. We thank you for choosing Heritage as you sort of the preparation for next week for the AMO. We wish you the best of luck, not only for next week, but for the PGA Tour next season.
Thank you, Lewis.
And we really hope that we're going to get to see you again soon here at our resort.
Thanks, Lewis.
Welcome to the Château Golf Course at Heritage Golf Club, a stunning 27-hole golf complex spread across 2,500 hectares right next to UNESCO Nature Reserve. This tropical parkland-style course offers an 18-hole championship course and a beginner-friendly 9-hole pitch and putt course, which is also great for a quick game with friends and family. With generous fairways and 5 tee boxes on every hole, this course is ideal for golfers of all levels. Designed by award-winning architect Peter Matkovich, Le Château Golf Course has been consecutively crowned #1 in the Indian Ocean by the World Golf Awards and proudly listed among the world's top 100 golf courses.
My name is Darren Headley and I'm the General Manager here at Le Château Golf Course. I joined the Heritage team from South Africa. I cannot wait to host you here at Le Château. Our tropical parklands course has blue skies, sunshine, and a whole bunch of happiness. Our course caters for all family members, husbands, wives, children, professionals and beginners. We have different tees for all different distances, so you're sure to have a good day. Our restaurant has wonderful food, cold drinks. There's no better way to connect with your family and friends. I cannot wait to host you here at Le Château and to meet you.
Did you know that the fastest recorded golf ball speed is 210 miles an hour or 340 kilometers an hour? And spoiler alert, it wasn't me.
Yeah, it's amazing. I was playing well the weeks before, but not really close to be winning. And yeah, having won now is just amazing. It was 9 years ago I won the last one, so it's crazy. And the relation between India and Mauritius is very big as well, so can't play out better. I'm still dreaming. I don't know where I am at the moment. It's crazy. Yeah, I was good again. I had my coach here, both coaches, my fitness coach and Andre, my technical coach, and facilities are always great here. So we hit the gym pretty hard and worked out nicely. And yeah, the course is always really tough. It's always windy, which is great. Great preparation. You know, in the old days in Germany, I was indoors and there's no wind and it's cold, and so that was just perfect. And you always go on 100% already in the first tournaments, which in the past I was never able to. You know, I always had to warm up one tournament, and I got better and better, and now I go bam, straight in, which is great. The greens are always on tour standard, which is great. So they're always fast, and because sometimes you come to golf tournaments and you're surprised how quick the greens are, and you have to adjust a lot. When I come from here, I'm always perfectly prepared already because the greens are fast and very firm as well, which is tough. And the driving range is perfect for me because I'm a fade player, and the wind is when I'm on the back side of the range. The wind is from the front and from the right, so I can really maneuver the ball into the wind, which is for me perfect. And the pitching green and putting green are for me, it's just perfect. Everything is there what a golf professional needs. And everybody's so happy and friendly here. The food is great, you know, and I just feel at home. I am at home now, so it's great. I think I'm coming here since 5 or 6 years now, and I always ask, can I stay maybe 1 week longer or 2 weeks longer? And everybody from Heritage Resorts and Golf Club was always said, yeah, no problem, we love to have you, Marcel. And so I met a lot of not golfers as well on the island, and you know, they showed me the ocean from a different picture, you know, not the normal tourist site. I went with the locals, and I know some restaurants as well, and we fell in love with the island. So the kids loved it. My wife, she loves it, and she was, she went through a little bit of a hard patch as well. So healing up on the island, I thought was the best option for her as well, for the whole family. And yeah, just starting a new chapter of our life, and here we are. It's a paradise. I mean, I've traveled a lot I'm professional since 2000, so I've seen a lot of resorts and golf courses, hotels, and there's nothing like we have here. I really have to say that. Having such a beautiful, tough golf course, so close to the ocean, with these super hotels, with that beautiful clubhouse, so many friendly people. It's nowhere else. I mean, I was in Florida, and yeah, great golf courses. But this golf course right here is a tournament golf course. Anyways, we played the DP World Tour events here already, and people were always saying, well, it's beautiful. It's tough. It's not. Sometimes we have golf tournaments where you win with 30 under par. It's impossible on this golf course. So it's a proper test, and award-winning. I think this golf course deserves it. I mean, it's one of a kind, special. I went up there twice already to have a look. It's amazing. I mean, I don't know how much I can tell already, but every hole you see the ocean, which I haven't been on any golf course in the world where that's the case. And it will be really, really tricky, and it will be very, very difficult. It's a bit of shame that I can't play the tournament here because this is my home course now and I know every angle of the golf course now. But it will be even more exciting for me to play the new one, and I can't wait to play it. I hope I can play it soon, maybe a little earlier than the other people, and yeah, get the advantage for me when the tournament is. It's my home course now, so it would be good to get a bit of course knowledge a bit earlier, and yeah, I can't wait. I mean, everybody will love it on television. It will look amazing.
Our 18-hole championship golf course at the Chateau is perfect for experienced players, while our 9-hole beginner-friendly course is great if you're just starting out in the game. We have incredible practice facilities, including a premium golf academy where you can fine-tune your game or learn how to play if you're a beginner golfer, and a fantastic short game and putting area, which is really great for practicing or if you just want to come with your friends and family and play some games. Make sure before your round to match your level of play to one of our 5 tee box colors to ensure a truly unforgettable experience at the Château Golf Club.
Did you know that women have been playing golf since the 16th century? Mary, Queen of Scots, was one of the first female golfers.
The Heritage Mauritius Ladies Open is the biggest women's amateur golf event in the Indian Ocean. 3 days packed with fierce competition, plenty of fun, and players from around the world. We jumped straight into the action to meet with organizer Elisabeth Dalle and, of course, the 2025 winner. Let's take a look.
I'm Elisabeth Dalle, the president of the Ladies Golf Union Mauritius, and we are the organizers of the Heritage Mauritius Ladies Open. So the Heritage Mauritius Ladies Open is a tournament over 3 days, and it's actually the first day we do a scramble format, which we play in pairs of 2, so it's more fun, so people get to know, to see the golf course and to have a practice round and to just have fun. And then the 2 other days are individual Stableford, and we have 2 categories, 0 to 15 and 16 to 28. So it's open to anybody who likes to play golf and who's got a handicap of 36. And the participants are Mauritians and international players also. If they want to join, we've got a website where we have the registration, which is online. So actually we wanted to organize an open tournament for just ladies, because in Mauritius there's a lot of golf events, but the ladies are always a minority and we always feel a bit left out. So we wanted to organize this tournament just to be 100% female women that are motivated to play golf. And it's been really well received because people have registered. We are fully booked 2 months before the event, and the ladies are really keen to come and play because it's a bit of fun, but it's also serious, and we have games and we have a lot of events, also putting green events, and so it's really also a fun event. So I think the ladies like to come to have fun, drink wine and just fun together with all the people that love to play golf. So Heritage Resort has a lot to offer. The golf course at Le Château is absolutely magnificent. And we also have the hotels, Awali and the Telfair, which offers a 360 experience to the golfers. There's the sun, there's the beach, and there's also the golf, and there's also a meeting of other women from different countries, which makes it really fun, and people like to connect in this tournament. Actually, when we see how many golfers there are in this tournament, we can just encourage other women to come and take clubs, take lessons, to join this, this community of golfers, which is quite select when you don't know what it's all about, but actually we encourage especially the young women, because we don't have a lot of youngsters, so we really for the juniors to come and learn golf and to connect with us so that they can also afterwards be good players and have a good experience. But we also would like to connect maybe with the Ladies European Tour. Why not do a 3-in-1 pro-am with women golfers, with pro women, and so that we could also have our event during that time, so we can mingle with the poets. So that would be quite an inspiration, especially for the youngsters, and also for us just to have these amazing players around us. In general, the Ladies Golf Union is just a little union with 9 committee members. But what we have achieved during these 5 years of our Ladies Open has just been phenomenal. We started with 80 participants in 219, and now we are 120, and we actually have to limit it to 120 because otherwise it will be too large, the group. And so I think we are quite proud of where we've been and now where we are now, especially with the sponsors. We can feel that the sponsors are really wanting to promote the ladies golf, so they are actually coming to us to have their sponsorship. So that makes us really proud, and really that we have a place in golf now. We're not just ladies that don't play golf, but we do play golf, and we can organize amazing tournaments with 120 ladies coming from different countries, and I think this is just amazing, and we are really, really proud of that.
Je pense que mes yeux parlent d'eux-mêmes. Ça a été une partie très dure, des conditions de jeu aujourd'hui très difficiles. De la pluie, beaucoup de vent. Mais voilà, j'ai serré le jeu, j'ai tenu bon. Parcours exceptionnel sur lequel on se sent tellement bien et tellement chez soi que ça fait du bien de le rejouer chaque année. J'étais venue pour défendre mon titre et je repars avec. Je suis super fière et super émue aussi. Merci à tous et à l'année prochaine.
At Heritage, we have pro shops at both of our golf clubs, La Réserve and Le Château. Whether you're a complete golfer or a first timer in the game, we have something for your level. We propose exclusive Heritage branded apparels and accessories. This will be a perfect gift to bring back home to your friends, family, or golf buddies. A piece of heritage and Mauritius to your country. We make sure that we have the latest products from our premium brands, TaylorMade, Callaway, or Mizuno. Our fitting experts, we make sure to guide you and assist you in choosing the good club for you. We also use flight scope data to make sure that it matches your swing. We also have a workshop that will be perfect for your repairs and upgrading. We are very excited to see the interest and growth for golf. This is why we can propose beginner set. These package sets are made out of 10 to 12 clubs, which is more than enough for beginners. We have them for men and for ladies, but also for juniors, which could be a perfect gift for your kids in vacation. We also know that it can be a struggle to bring all your equipment from your country. So this is why at Heritage, we can propose 50 rental sets, left to right-handed and to all levels. So that way you can be sure to not miss the perfect round. Our pro shops on site and partnership within the golf retail industry allow us to service every need during your stay at Heritage. One of the benefits of buying your golf clubs in Mauritius is that you can claim the VAT portion of the purchase at the airport, effectively saving you 15% of the retail price. There you go. As you can see, we have everything you need for your golf trip at Heritage Resorts. We're looking forward to welcoming you very soon.
Did you know that the longest ever golf drive ever recorded was 515 yards in 1974 by golfer Mike Austin?
A few years ago, I was really curious to try out golf, but it felt honestly a bit intimidating. Fast forward to today, I'm completely in love with the sport, and that's because I've seen that golf is so much more than just the perfect swing or which golf clubs you have in your bag. If you too are curious about trying out golf, I sincerely encourage you to give it a go. And I can't think of anyone better to echo what I'm saying than Henny Zuel, professional golfer and broadcaster at Sky Sports. Listen closely to what she has to say.
Golf is one of the most incredible sports in the world, but I know for a lot of people it can feel a little intimidating. Perhaps you think it's too technical, too exclusive, or just not for you, but I promise it's easier to start than you might think. There is something so special about golf, and it's not even about the game itself. It's about the places that it takes you to, the people that you meet, and the way the game challenges you. And the best part? You definitely don't have to be a pro. You don't even have to keep score. Just get out there and have fun. The beauty of the handicap system means that the game is adjusted to your skill level, so whether you're a complete beginner or someone more experienced, you can play against anyone at any level and it's still a fair game. Here at Heritage Resorts, we're leading the way proudly and making the game more inclusive, so whoever you are, whatever your skill level, you're welcome to play golf here. I totally get it. Starting something new in a new environment can be so daunting. But here at Heritage Resorts, it's never been easier to get started at golf. This Golf Academy has everything you could possibly need, whether you're a beginner or a pro, to get started or improve your golf game. You could try one-to-one lessons where the lesson plan is tailored to you. Or if you'd rather learn in a nice, fun, relaxed setting, you can try one of the group sessions here. However you'd like to learn or play, develop your golf, you can do that right here at the Golf Academy. Trust me, if you've ever thought about giving golf a go and trying it out even just once, this is the perfect place. Come down to Heritage Golf Club, give it a go, and you could just surprise yourself. You could like it, of course, you could uncover a hidden talent, or you might just fall in love with the game.
I'm Krishna Nandu, I'm the head golf pro at Heritage Resort. My role is to give lessons in group or individual, looking to improve on short game, long game, or anything that you want to improve during your holidays. If you're on a short-term holidays, you can take our group lessons or individual lesson if you want to be alone and having much more time with your golf teacher. The benefit of the group session is you meet new friends and you learn from the others by watching them what they are trying to work. The group session is for 5 to 6 persons, maximum 6. For individual lessons, so the client can come and take like a package of 6 or 10 lessons, where we will work on different aspects of the game, like from short game to long game. And we do video session also, so we can see with the client what we need to change and what we need to keep during the stay.
It's very important to have facilities like this going forward. I think Mauritius is growing big time when it comes to golf, big time. The tournaments we have on the island, I mean, Mauritius was great. Coming here to La Reserve now, amazing. So I think we deserve a facility like this. It's very important. The coaches, level 6, amazing. I think the hotel guests coming here, they want something like this. You know, it's a teaser, and for the members anyways, and for me, being allowed to practice in there, it's even better. So I love it.
So on hole number 9 here at the Château Golf Course at Heritage Golf Club, this hole is stunning. It's actually one of our signature holes. I have 100 yards left to the pin that's very well protected by water hazards on both sides of the hole and also bunkers. Now, we have a tendency, golfers, that when we have this type of situation to not commit fully to the shot because we're scared of getting the ball into those different type of hazards. And a tendency when we don't commit to the shot is staying too much on the trail side this way. We stay too much on the trail side, and when we do so, the club will have a tendency to interact with the ground, meaning that we hit it fat. So we don't encourage a good ball striking because we haven't committed properly to the shot. So what we want to do is transfer the energy from my trail side to my lead side by moving my right foot properly as a right-handed golfer, moving my right foot properly towards the golf ball. That's going to allow me to transfer the energy and have a better chance at compressing the golf ball. Now for that, I have a fantastic drill. I use this mug that I conveniently got at the Château Pro Shop. Now I'm just going to place this inside of my trail foot. And when I do that, the goal of the drill is to knock the mug over with my right foot as I'm working my way down towards the golf ball. So the feeling is very much this way. You see how my right foot has moved? It's knocked the mug over. If you didn't do this correctly, the mug would still stay in its same position. As I finish my golf swing, I'm staying on my trail side. You see how the mug hasn't moved? We want the feeling of moving towards the target and moving the knocking over the mug. Now, once you've done that a couple times at the practice range, then you can go ahead, both hands on the golf club, transferring that same feeling onto the golf course. Here we go.
I'm Avinash, so I've been working with Heritage Golf Club since 20 years now. I've joined the work at Heritage since 2004. I started the work here as a junior starter. At that time, golf was not so popular on the island. Since I was a sportsman at school, I said, why not trying golf and then see what the reason behind this, why golfers are coming to the island, traveling long distance to play golf. So it took me like, let's say, 9 years to practice to get a good handicap so that I can join the PGA. I've done it in South Africa through the company of Heritage Golf Club. And 2016, I've turned pro, a PGA qualified pro. Once you do your PGA course, so you get different options in golf industry, like coaching, like managing a golf business, like being sales representative. So you got lots of choices. And my choice is to look after the golf operations because you got different aspects of the day-to-day running of a golf course. One aspect we focus on about the golf services at Heritage is to make sure that everything is clean, is well prepared before the guest arrival. I like challenges, so one of the reasons why I want to be in the operations, because I need to overlook a few departments, and yeah, from there I choose to become a golf operations specialist. And for the last 10 years, I'm looking of the operations at Heritage Golf Club. So I can proudly say that Heritage Golf Club got all the amenities to assist a non-golfer into a golfer, as we have our practice facilities, driving range, chipping area for the short game, putting green, and even we have a small course for the beginners. So this is going to help them to start playing, learning the golf rules. We have 2 qualified PGA Pro, and then also Heritage got 2 courses, one le Château course and the other one is la Réserve Golf Links. And the golf course is designed, especially le Château, is designed for all level of golfers, from beginners to pros, so they can easily access to it and without any pressure. And most of our team members also are golfers, so any advice we luckily give it to our golfers. Mauritius is becoming one of the best golf destinations in the world. I can proudly say that Heritage is one of the best golf courses on the island. So looking forward to welcome you.
Did you know that there's a golf course that spans 2 countries? The Golfzon Golf Club lies on the border between Finland and Sweden, and one hole even crosses the international border. So you literally tee off in one country and putt in another.
Okay, my perfect day at Heritage Resorts. It's really difficult to nail this down and narrow it down because there's so much to choose from. However, I would start my day at the gym. On my way to the gym, I would take my daughter to Timomo Kids Club, which she absolutely adores. So she gets her workout, I get my workout, and then we go for breakfast at Annabella's. After that, we would definitely spend some time playing in the pool. It's only 10 steps from the restaurant, so it's perfect location-wise. Then she absolutely loves the pizzas at Sea Beach Club. So after playing in the pool at L'Hotel Fair, we would probably play in the pool at Sea Beach Club. Have some pizza for her, one of the fresh fish or salads for me. And then after that, I really love being out on the water doing an activity. So we'd either do paddleboarding or going out on a glass bottom boat. Spend a nice afternoon on the water, and then I usually have a 3 or 4 p.m. tea time where I play a few holes before dinner. And because I absolutely adore seafood, after playing out on either La Réserve or Le Château, I would then go back to the hotel, to L'Hotel Fair, and I would have dinner at, oh, I can't choose. Okay, this is my perfect day. So I would have a starter at Ginger, and then I would walk across the beach to Le Palmière and have my main course there because I adore the lobster. After dinner, both of our favorite things to do is to go to Cavendish and listen to some music. I have a nice cocktail, and she definitely takes up space on the dance floor before going back to our rooms. And I like to sit out on the terrace outside of the room while she has a sleep.
So we're on the 18th hole here at the stunning Château Golf Course at Heritage Golf Club. It's a par 5 dogleg to the left, and this is definitely a tee shot where you're going to need power and precision in order to give you the best chance for birdie. Now, when we're talking about precision and power, really important to understand how to load the backswing properly in order for you to create those 2 things. Now, too often we fall into the trap of wanting to hit the ball further, of creating a lateral shift where we're moving away from the target, creating what we call a sway here. You see how I'm moving away from the target here? What you want to do is imagine a line that's starting from the sky, crossing your head all the way to the ground, and very much feeling like I can turn as much as I possibly can onto that trail foot, all whilst maintaining a point of contact with that imaginary line. You can see here that I'm loading the weight onto my trail side, but I'm very much staying centered. That doesn't mean that the head is not moving. The head is moving, but it's staying very much centered. A sway movement would basically see me moving away from that imaginary line this way, okay? A drill that you can do, very simple drill, is take an alignment stick, place it on the outside of your trail foot, take your thumb, place it on your sternum. You can see that I'm creating an angle between my forearm and my tricep. And all I want to do in my backswing is match the alignment stick with my forearm. And you can see that as I'm doing that, I'm very much opening up my right hip, loading the weight on that 12 foot. If I was swaying, moving away from the target, it would look like this. And you can see that I can't now match my forearm with the alignment stick because I actually haven't turned, I've just moved away from the target. Now, once I've done that several times, then driver in hand, the idea is just to replicate that same feeling. Just making a couple swings and having 2 words in mind. Load and swing. Load and swing. And when you're ready, you can try it with a golf ball.
My favourite thing about Heritage is the relaxed atmosphere, how chilled it feels around the resort, and also how quickly I can get from my bed to the restaurant to the beach. The best meal that I have at Heritage is any time that there is lobster on my plate. I am very happy indeed. It is the most relaxing place for me at Heritage is the beach. At any time of day, it has a different personality. Sunset walks, or daytime relaxing and sunbathing, or in the morning if I manage to get up early. If I could play around with anyone at La Réserve Golf Links, it would be my mum and dad, because I have the most wonderful family memories from spending time with them here at Heritage. The one thing I always look forward to when coming back to Heritage is honestly the staff members. They really make the resort. I'm looking forward to seeing all of the smiling faces, getting my breakfast omelette, and having the best time. If I had to recommend one must-try experience at Heritage, it would be the Bel Ombre Nature Reserve. I went out there on the 4x4s, saw nature. I absolutely love being amongst the trees, but the real beauty of it is swimming in the waterfall. You have to try it. I'm going to share with you my routine of how I relax after a round of golf. It is swimsuit straight on, into the pool, order my food at the beach bar, go and get a coconut at the coconut shack. My fondest memory of this trip with my family has been spending time with my daughter on the beach, building what I do believe is a feat of engineering of a sandcastle. In 3 words, I would describe La Réserve Golf Links as stunning, difficult, and must play. Okay, that's 4, but I'll use 4. In 3 words, I would describe Le Château Golf Course as beautiful, scoreable, and world class. I can't use 3, I have to use 4 again.
Hello, I'm Michael Guedari. I'm the golf sales and promotion manager at Heritage Resorts, and also used to be the founder member of the Mauritius Golf Tourism Association. We do have what we call reciprocal partnership with golf clubs around the world. We've got around 12 main courses which we collaborate with for the last 4 years, and some of them we've been working with for the last 10 years. You've got the Groove, for example, in the UK. You've got the Royal Mougin or Aix-les-Bains in France. You've got the Emirates Golf Club and Yas Links in the Middle East. You've got the Mission Hills in China. You've got the DLF in India, and you've got the Steenberg, for example, in South Africa. So we are around a dozen of clubs reciprocal in the world, actually. In the last few years, we've done some tournaments in those clubs. And this year especially, we are doing in the UK, in France, and in Germany, some tournaments with some high-end golf courses and with some reciprocal clubs, so that at the end, the members can come to Mauritius as individual and also to play to a Heritage Golf Trophy for next year. So we do arrange this type of tournaments abroad. Those who are members where we have reciprocals and our members also benefits from a special green fee rate. It can go to 50% of discount on the green fee, 50% on the buggy, which is around the cost for members' cash. And on top of it, we've got at Heritage Resorts, the members who book directly with us, they do have some special rate and they do have a special discount on spa treatment. And of course, if we have the ability, we'll upgrade them in a better room. So these are parts of our reciprocal agreement we do have with the golf clubs worldwide. We do have a collaboration with other courses on the island so that the members can play on different inland courses in Mauritius. Even our members, when they go to other destinations, the reciprocal clubs can arrange also for them to play on different courses in their destination. We do have these reciprocals clubs on our website. Do not hesitate to visit our website, heritagegolfclub.mu. And if ever your club wants to be a reciprocal member with Heritage Golf Club, do not hesitate to contact us directly.
So my story of Heritage Resorts actually started just over 6 years ago. I was initially coming over for just a 1-week collaboration with Heritage, and that 1 week turned into a 6 years and counting partnership. So I'm a golf coach myself. I do a lot of online golf coaching content. And 6 years ago, I was actively looking for a golf club where, first of all, I could shoot content all year round, meaning we had to have good weather. And second, a golf club that had premium facilities. They already had a quality golf course and quality infrastructures. And so the first time that I came over to Heritage Le Château, and I discovered the golf course for the first time and we started shooting content, I couldn't find an area of the golf course that wasn't outstanding. I mean, it was just every single hole had its own story, had its own character. And I just remember actually at the end of the first day of shooting, we played 9 holes with the filming crew that I was with at the time. And there was this beautiful sunset around 6:30ish, and I was playing the last few holes and I got to hole number 18, which is one of our signature holes here at Heritage Golf Club. And I just remember thinking how incredible this was and how I'd never actually experienced a moment on the golf course where I could see all these different colors in the backdrop of this 18th hole. And I was just playing the hole and I just kept thinking, this place is absolutely amazing. So, I've been very, very fortunate, very happy to be part of this team for a long time now. And actually, this is also a team and a place that has seen my family grow over the last few years. We've welcomed our first son, Luca, with my wife, Justina, about 3.5 years ago. And I've been coming back here with my family ever since he's been born. So we come here 2 to 3 times a year. And, the other thing that really jumps, or that you notice when you come to Mauritius is the people. The connections that you make with people is something that you hear about when you're in Europe. You hear about the Mauritian hospitality, but you really have to come here to experience it. I've made friends, I've met people that I know will be friends for the rest of my life. And every time I come, the people are just absolutely incredible and they really make us feel welcome. They open us with open arms. And, I always say that this place has become now our home away from home. So I believe that the strength of this place really resides in the authenticity of the people first. And being part of this team and these different projects that we've had over the last few years, and the biggest one being recently La Réserve Golf Links. We opened this golf course in December of 2023, and just so proud and so fortunate to be part of this project. I remember when we opened the course last year, at the moment of shooting this video, I drove up to the first tee box for the first time, and I drove up by myself just to kind of get a feel for the place. And playing the course before it officially opened, I was extremely fortunate. And I got to the first tee, and I was by myself. And I remember standing on that first tee box with sort of this 180-degree view of the Indian Ocean. The first tee box is 200 meters above sea level. There was no one there. And I just stood silent for 5 minutes, and all I could hear was the sound of the waves of the Indian Ocean overlooking this Scottish-Irish style links golf course. and thinking, I've never experienced a moment like that on the golf course, ever. So, you know, being part of this team and of individuals who have one goal, just making sure that Heritage Golf Club becomes the go-to destination for golfers, passionate golfers around the world, is something that I'm very fortunate to be a part of and, you know, just really, really happy.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Heritage Golf channel. Whether you're picking up a golf club for the very first time or perfecting your swing, Heritage Resorts has everything you need to elevate your game. So, ready to play? Visit heritagegolfclub.mu or speak with one of our concierges to book your next tee time in paradise. As for me, it's time to tee off. I'll see you out there.